Welcome to LoganRobo's channel, broadcasting live on twitch.tv/LoganRobo and on youtube.com/@LoganRobo. Tonight's game is Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Gambit. This evening, we will begin the final case of the game, Turnabout for the Ages. And you know what that means. We're running out of opportunities for more Penny Nichols content. Please, Penny, come back to us. Thank you for tuning in to twitch.tv/LoganRobo and youtube.com/@LoganRobo. Please enjoy the stream. And we are live! How is everybody doing? I'm excited for tonight. We're beginning the final case of the game. How are y'all doing? I see Oak was here, first of all, saying, hey, hey, in all caps. Queen Kitty saying, howdy. Weedle says, hey, puppy kicker. Oak says, I got a new microphone. Ooh. Magpie says, caw. Magpie flying in. How you doing? Bumbo says, hi, hi. Oak, Queen Katie, Weedle, Magpie, Bumbo, how are all of you? I see over on YouTube, we got Valtube saying, hi, this will be a stream for the ages. I sure hope so. I've been looking forward to this. So, we can't check out the gallery yet because that's probably spoilers, I think you all said, right? So, we need to load up the game. Yeah, here we go. This should just take us, I think, to the chapter select screen, right? Hopefully it won't take us right into the cutscene. Otherwise, I will need to, Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it is take because I want to talk about what my guesses are. Let's go to this. Stop it. Stop it, game. Can I minimize you? Can I minimize you? Will that stop you? No, it's still going. It's still going. I'm gonna exit out of the game because I want to take some guesses as to what the final case is gonna be. Sorry, I'm already all sloppy like here. So last time we saw the thumbnail, it's in silhouette, but it has Eustace Winter in, obviously. I've been thinking about stuff I'd like to see in this final case, stuff I think we will see. Because it almost feels like we've already defeated the big bad guy with Excelsius Winter. So I would like to see a return to all the Zhang-Fa plot lines. I'd like to see Lang making another appearance because he had a brief little cameo in the case in prison. I'm trying to think how we can tie it to former games. We already had the big tie-in to the first game by having Frank Sawheat come back. We've had a tie-in to the second game by having Shelly the Killer. For the third game, for obviously like spoiler reasons, we can't have Godot show up. But I don't know how we're going to tie it into that. But yeah, I want to see it tie back into Zhang-Fa stuff. For the final big bad guy of the game, if it's not going to be Excelsius Winter, because he's already defeated, basically, we could have a twist villain. It could be like Fender? That maybe the whole reason why he's been trying to get Edgeworth to join his defense firm is so that he'll stop being a prosecutor and stop meddling in these, like, Zhang-Fa affairs. I hope it's not Fender. Or maybe it'll just be somebody new that we haven't met yet. But are you guys ready? We're going to see the opening cutscene. We'll take some guesses. Let me read a couple more comments in the chat, though, before we get into that. Let's see. Queen Kitty said, perfect timing, lol. I was sick today. I'm sorry. And didn't notice the time till I got on my PC and you went live. Okay, I'm glad for that, though. But I hope you get feeling better, Queen Katie. There's been something going around. My mom has been sick with this week with what I had last week. I was keeping away from her, but I think she caught it through my nephews or something like that. Magpie says, can't stick around for long, though. Have a thing. So I'll be absent for an hour. Back soon. We'll see when you get back, Magpie, huh?
Hey, Cinder can do no wrong. How dare you accuse him?
Here's the problem. There have been characters we have felt that way about before in this game series, and it has not gone well for them. I will refrain from saying whomst in case there are people who have not played some of those games, but I don't want it to be Fender. I want our silly little buddies to be our silly little buddies. I do, however, hope that if it is Fender, it will somehow tie into his weird paper eating habit, that maybe he's somehow created this layer of like paper mache inside his stomach and has created a terminal illness, and Zhang-Fa has that's what incuritis is, and Zhang-Fa will cure, no, it was Virginia. the cure's in curitis. But thank you so much for the 10 bits, Tiff. How you doing? Good to see you here. But yeah, Magpie, we'll see you when you get back. Bubble says, made a pasta salad yesterday, so I'm out of pasta salad. Well, hang on. If you make a pasta salad, you should have pasta salad. Bumbo, did you eat the pasta salad? Over on YouTube, Opinion says, hey-oh, how you doing, Opinion? Derma says, hi, popping in and say hello, but I have a meeting, so I must leave. Enjoy the case, and I look forward to watching the VOD. Well, thank you for being here, Dermo. I'm excited for it as well. I hope your meeting goes well. If you happen to get done early and we're still streaming, we'd love to see you back here, though. Derma says, this game's last case is the best in the series for tying up everything. You'll love it. These investigations games do seem really good at tying everything together. The last couple of like Ace Attorney games were similar to that, unlike the early ones. I do kind of miss the one and done cases, though, but I'm looking forward to it. Valtube says, Fender final villain is a wild theory. I love it. It's a guess. It's either that or, I mean, maybe the president of Zhangfa will come back and he'll be the murderer, but we've already like deflated him. He already had a very satisfying breakdown, so I don't think it'd be him again. Dermo says, I can only imagine Fender as a talking guitar. He'll always be Ray to me. Crystal over on YouTube says, sub YouTube chat. Jose is back saying hi. This case is crazy. And Crystal says, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Okay, yes, welcome in on both Twitch and YouTube. Let's load up this opening cutscene. And I guess I've made my guesses. I did see that it was the room for prosecutorial committee. Maybe we also need to tie up what it is that Rosie Ringer was wanting to get revenge on from 12 years ago. That's obviously going to be important because they wouldn't like be that specific with a number of years ago without that playing an important part in the final case, right? So I will read some more of the chat in a minute, but let's watch this opening cutscene and see what happens now that I've yapped enough about it. So, all right. Just trying to brace myself. Episode 5, Turnabout for the Ages. Oh, okay. Is that an earthquake? And we know there's an elevator. Elevators and earthquakes don't go well together. Oh, is someone digging a hole? I'm assuming this takes place after the last case since the... Oh, a kaiju! What? Is that a kaiju's giant eyeball? Please be a kaiju, please be a kaiju. Oh, it's this kid again. We still need to deal with him. Oh, and he was filming a movie outside the building, so it's probably like a movie kaiju. Oh, if it's a movie, maybe we'll see Penny. And his horns were glowing. Kaiju! Oh, he's got the horns like the little stuffed toy. It's the same creature as the little bull that was missing the horn with the recording device. Why is Lotta still here? April 6, 10:02 a.m. Big Building Plaza. Okay, so this takes place like April 6th was the same day as the last case. So this is just right outside. We just left that. So we just left dealing with a murder and we're going to stumble upon another body. So what do we got here? We got a dude down here in the taxi and a Pegasus. Okay, we've seen this place before. Big Building Plaza. So what's next for the great Miles Edgeworth, huh? Anything without you, Lotta. Apparently a kaiju. I'm a bit sad that we saw that one guy. I'd forgotten about him, the kid with the horns. Oh, that's probably why he has horns. I bet in like the movie, he probably turns into the kaiju. Or is like half kaiju or something. So it's not a real kaiju. We're not gonna see any real Godzillas, sadly. But we need like a dumb sidekick, like Maya or Gumshoe to think it's real. That'd be fun. Let me read some more in the chat though. Let's see, Queen Katie said, got my case 5 buttons ready. How many buttons do you have for this case? Said, by the way, Logan, should be noted that this is the case where I had to put a hard limit on a particular spoiler moments for clips. Lol, you just kept yapping stuff about it? I'm trying to think if I had any theory that I kept revisiting. Okay, maybe. And we got a spoiler chat pizza party because of it. Wait, really? You got to tell me afterward what it is. Okay, the only thing I can think of that I've been talking a lot about is that kid that we saw being the son of either Carmelo Gusto or Artie Frost. Because that is another thing that we haven't tied up, but it might not be important. Because it might just be, he has an estranged son. Nobody knows what happened to him. He's gone. We've had that type of thing happen before. Oak says, got a dynamic vocal microphone. Ooh. I didn't realize till Jorge funded this microphone what a difference it makes. I hope you're enjoying it, Oak. Tiff with a hydrate command. Thank you very much, Tiff. I will open a new water, hydrate, and then I'll check YouTube, and then we'll get back to the game. Thank you very much, Tiff. Over on YouTube, Crystal, I'll post the link tree. Thank you very much, Crystal. You were like so on the ball with YouTube stuff. And Valtube said, kaijus are real. Oh, if only. Because we already got ghosts in this universe. Why not kaijus? Oh my gosh, if we had kaijus in this universe, you know what that means? Assuming they have souls, if a kaiju died, and if Maya knows its face and real name, could she channel a kaiju and like she'd turn into a kaiju? I want that to happen. That is, okay. I know I said the only thing I want is for Penny Nichols to show up in this case. Now there are two things. I want Penny Nichols to show up and I want someone to channel a kaiju, preferably Maya, or maybe Pearl, because she's even tinier. So what's next for the great Miles Edgeworth, huh? Wait, you are serious about not being a prosecutor no more, ain't you? Yes, I am. I'm still curious if the game is gonna end like that and leave it open. It's like, does he become a prosecutor again or not? Just leave it open. And then the next day it's like, yeah, he's chief prosecutor now. I feel like I want this game to end with him becoming chief prosecutor, to really committing to the role though. So we'll see. No longer a prosecutor. It's hard to believe. And yet, you know what? I want to go searching for fan art or something. You know, one of the most famous Spider-Man covers was Spider-Man No More. It's the one where in the foreground there's the trash can that has like the Spider-Man costume like draped over the edge of it, like it's been thrown away, and the background you see Peter Parker walking away out the alley, like away from the camera. And so the idea is obviously threw away the Spider-Man. I want to see that now. Prosecutor No More. And it's Miles, just his neck frilly and his prosecutor badge as he walks away. Can somebody draw that? I can't stop thinking about what Mr. Dick Killer said. Yeah, I don't remember what he said. Give me a flashback, please. Me either. Thank you, game. Congratulations on another case solved. Yet, I can't truly say it's been fully resolved, can you? This isn't over. We still don't know who the mysterious figure in the red raincoat at Gold Lake was, or who really wrote that letter. We've been dancing to somebody else's tune this whole time, but whose? Okay, so another question. Do you think that person really did forge both those letters to K? Or do you think it's gonna turn out that that other person's name also just happens to be K and was the one conspiring with Rosie Ringer? Still can't let it go, huh? You're like a dog with a dang bone. Both of y'all are. Well, I got me some reporting to do, so I'll catch y'all some other time, I guess. Oh, please go away, Lotta. Wow, you have a new story to chase already? You trying to patronize me, girly? You bet I got new stories. More than you could shake a stick at. I don't know, I could shake a lot of sticks at a lot of things.
Why is Lotus still here?
Exactly!
Boo.
Oh, I thought there was gonna be a boo. Exactly! Why is she still here? Like, why couldn't we fast forwarded 5 minutes further to after she'd already left? It's probably gonna be like, my scoop is I'm gonna go watch this movie being filmed, and we're gonna go over there, and it's gonna be with whoever the crap that kid with the horns is. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that, Oak. Let me read a couple more comments in the chat. Oak says, that's like the microphone in the microphone emoji. This. Bubba said to Queen Katie, wow, I need to stay there more. Did I miss it? Queen Katie said, the pizza party? Nah, I plan to have that when we're on the final part of the case. We've only unlocked the pizza party because we reached 10 clips for a spoiler moment, which is now the hard limit 10? Wow. Over on YouTube, Jose says, have you been spoiled about this case? No, I have not been spoiled about anything about this case. I'm going in as blind as possible. I have a bunch of guesses. I knew that Penny Nichols was going to make a cameo in this game, and she already made it earlier. But there was like an asset one time that I made with Penny Nichols that involved like a sprite of hers that looked like it was a 3/4 angle like in this game. And so I figure she's got to show up again, right? So other than that, though, my hope against hope, unless those are like unused sprites or something, which is possible. My hope against hope that we see Penny Nichols again, and all these guesses, I am completely blind in this, Jose, so no spoilers. Valtube said, Kaiju Maya is real. That is an insanely good fan art idea. I wish I had the talent for it. I would love to try and draw it. If Vero gets here, I can tell Vero about my buddy Casey, who did a really cool fan art of that with like Galvatron and Megatron, where it was Megatron no more, and it's Galvatron walking away. And I have it somewhere here. I can't remember what's in the garbage can. I think it might be the fusion cannon or something like that. Anyway. Yeah, more than you can shake a stick at. That's what, huh? Oh, Vero, speaking of!
Shaking you violently. Logan, I know you're shaken up, but please tell me more. Dead End and Astro Train happen in IDW. Will allow this one spoiler. Oh yeah, and I finished Season 3 of Cyberverse. It was a wild ride. Vero is here. What Galvatron are?
Oh yeah, so it was we were talking about the Spider-Man cover where Spider-Man no more, and how they should do a parody of that with Edgeworth, and in the garbage can instead of the Spider-Man suit, it's his neck frilly and a Prosecutor badge. And I was saying, my buddy Casey, he was the one that did the Killing Joke cover. He did the art for Spotlight Drift, which you recently read. He did like several of the pieces of art on my wall. He gifted me this. That is a piece of original art from a convention story he did. He, wait, where? Oh, I think it's the only one that you can actually see on the wall here. I got more elsewhere. But he did one of Megatron no more, and it's like Galvatron walking away. It's real good. I've got it like, where is it? Oh, hang on, I think I see it over there. Let me see if I can grab it. Hang on, I know I'm easily distracted if you're lurking. I do play the games, I promise, but I just like my friends here. Hang on. Here it is. Found it! And thank you for the 10 bits, by the way, Vero. And Astro Train and Dead End, they're kind of a Cyberverse only thing, but if you watch the Netflix specials, there will be a bit more content with them. But they're great, aren't they? But yeah, I forgot. So it didn't have the garbage can in it. Hang on, I have a light on my computer. Gotta turn off so it's not reflection. So you can see it has like the little caption, Megatron no more. Oh, and I guess he's walking to the camera. I gotta look up how the old Spider-Man thing goes, but it's real good. And it's even colored with like dot tone, like old-timey comics and stuff like that. Anyway, I should play some game. Because over on YouTube, Valtube is saying, I have to go, I return in 20 minutes. Oh, I thought you were saying you have to go in 20 minutes, like we had to hurry. And Crystal says, Val, see you later. See you soon, Valtube. Let's play some game. And I'll read some more in the chat. But I'm just excited to see all you guys. A good reporter always has 3 or 4 leads bubbling away in the old scoop pot. Okay. Is this gonna be Penny Nichols screaming? Because if she's screaming, she can't be a murder victim. Somebody please! Or, I don't know, just somebody. Somebody please! Wow, what now? It's probably, I bet the murder took place like with the movie people filming the Horned Kids, the kaiju movie. Oh, Penny! Penny Nichols! Penny, I've missed you. Penny, I missed you so much, Penny. Oh, Penny's here. Okay, everybody, play it cool. I gotta impress Penny. I've been waiting for this. Hang on, everybody. Hang on. I gotta get all. I gotta clean up nice for Penny. Okay. We gotta dress up nice for a date with Penny Nichols. Okay, everybody. Here we go. Just play it cool. Act like this is just my normal everyday thing that I do. Okay. Just chill, everybody. Hey, Penny. I'm just here. Normally dressed up real nice. I need to put on a necktie. I don't have my earbuds in. You guys probably can't hear me. If you do any sound alerts, I won't be able to hear them. Hang on, I gotta get a necktie.
Objection!
I saw objection flash on the screen, but I couldn't hear that. Okay, hang on. I gotta put on a tie. This is important. I've been waiting for this moment for so long. I'm not used to doing this without a mirror. Okay, it's just put on a tie. Just snazzing it up. I see all of our lurkers are leaving, but that's okay. Penny Nichols is important. This is important. I gotta just tie my tie, and there we go. How do I look, guys? Chat, be a good wingman. Do I look nice? And get a suit jacket on, hang on. Okay. Sup, Penny? Good to see you here. You know what? Let me get my earbuds back in. I don't think this is enough for beautiful Penny Nichols. I think I need to take her on a nice romantic date, everybody. Hello, Penny. Oh, I can see you leaning in toward me. I got a nice candlelit dinner here going on, Penny. Beautiful. I missed you. Thank you for the Tomcat, Crystal. You know what? For the sake of this date with Penny, though, I'm gonna turn off all sound alerts so I could just have a nice date with Penny. So let's see. Turn off that one. 1, 2. Where's the others? 3, 4, 5. Okay, so don't spend any bits. It's all turned off. So it was just me and beautiful Penny Nichols. Because you know what? It's important to spend this time with her. I got to serenade beautiful Penny Nichols. How you doing, Penny? Penny Nichols. Penny Nichols. Penny Nichols. Oh, yeah. Penny Nichols. Oh, Penny Nichols, how I've missed your beautiful face. Hey, Penny Nichols, please don't spray me with your mace. Ow. Oh, Penny Nichols, this might come to you as quite a surprise. But Penny Nichols, you're the perfect woman in my eyes. Oh, Penny Nichols. Penny Nichols. Penny Nichols, yeah, Penny Nichols. Whether I'm prosecution or I'm on the defense, without my penny or my nickels, my life just don't make sense. Get it? Sense, Penny. It was a joke about your name. If it makes you sad, we can change it so our last names are the same. Oh, Penny Nichols. Penny Nichols. Penny Nichols, yeah, Penny Nichols, everybody join in. Penny Nichols. Penny Nichols. Penny Nichols, slow it down now. Penny Nichols. How you doing, Penny? I've missed you, baby. Well, what do you got to say, Penny? She backed up away from me. That's not a good sign. Chat. I should probably stop doing any of that. Okay, let's actually play some game. Now that I have thoroughly chased... Why, it is hot in here. Might be because I'm suddenly wearing like 4 layers. I got an undershirt, a t-shirt, a dress shirt, and a suit jacket. Let's see how long I can keep this. Oh, and I got to make sure that all my sound alerts are turned back on. Hang on, everybody. See, that one is on. And there, okay, there we go. We should have all the sound alerts back on. Oh, there's a pin message, pinned by Vera, written by Queen Katie, said the waiter, sweating, boss, we might have to kick this guy out. Chat, now you know why I'm single. But we can still turn this around. We can still turn this around, okay? What was it that she said before this? I think it was covered up by a romantic table. Please, you have to help me. Huh? Do I know her? If you don't, Edgeworth, I can get to know her. She's beautiful. What's the matter? Has something happened? Also, I gotta move the microphone. Why is it like so high up all of a sudden? I think I adjusted it. Oh, huh?
Logan, how long did you take preparing this? You didn't even know she was coming back. Why did you do this? And why was it so long I couldn't even clip it? Boo.
Ah! Thank you for the 10 bits, Oak. Let's just say I prepared that a long time ago. A long time ago. You guys told me ages ago that she was going to be in this game. I was just waiting for her to like appear as an actual sprite in the game like this. I was hoping. That's why I was like so extra disappointed in the last case where she appeared and then never got a sprite like this and then ran off. And I was like, all my preparation for nothing. That can't be it. That can't be all of it. I went over on YouTube Opinion saying, laughing, and Jose is saying, what am I seeing? Jose, you are seeing pure love between myself and a befreckled, bespectacled anime girl. She's an anime girl. They're all anime style. I love Penny Nichols so much. Anyway, And because I knew we were beginning this last case tonight, this was our last case's chance for her to show up. I didn't know it'd be this soon. That's why I think I mentioned on Discord. It's like I was running late. I was testing stuff. I was making sure that it was all still working. So yes. What's the matter? Has something happened?
There's a body. It looks almost like a monster might have.
Oh, I hope that the body is like in a crater of like a kaiju footprint. That would make me so happy. A monster?
Well, I'll be. Anybody else smell the sweet, sweet smell of a scoop soup?
Get out of here, Lotta. You said you had something else to do. Huh?
I respect the hustle.
1,000 bits! Thank you, Vero! I should embarrass myself for fictional women more often. Thank you so much, Vero! 1,000 bits. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. I was not doing that for money. I was doing it just for the sheer joy of personal humiliation. But thank you, Vero! And now we'll see how long I can keep the suit on before I get sweated out of this and I need to change back into the regular t-shirt I was wearing. Thank you so much, Vero! I just hope that, you know what? I was gonna say I hope it wasn't quite as awkward as it felt doing that. I hope it was more awkward. I hope it was even more awkward.
This way, hurry! Oh, running.
What? That's how Lotta runs? You know what? That scored her a point in my book, actually. Oak says, Logan, did you script that song? I did. Like, mostly. Like, some of the wording was a little bit off. But I scripted, like, what the rhymes were gonna be beforehand. So thank you very much. And a pin message from Bubble said, so, when are you gonna tell Gallica about ... her? Well, neither me with Gallica nor me with Penny are technically in a committed relationship yet. I'm trying to keep my options open until one of them gets to know me well enough to know that I am not worth dating. And then I will devote all of my attention at that point on the other person. I think I told you guys, though, that there's a Gallica, like, little Kotobukiya statue that's coming out. And it says, like, 1/12 scale, but for her, it's going to be real scale. And my goal is to afford to buy it. It comes out in November. So by November, I will have to have decided which one of the two of them. So thank you very much for the pin message.
What's happening now?
What indeed? I suppose there's only one way to find out. Run like normal people. Yes, jogging, keeping our hands below the nips. April 6, 10:05 a.m., big building, empty lot. Oh, it is kaiju footprints that we saw before. I thought it was maybe somebody was like chiseling through the concrete to dig a tunnel. They're prop kaiju footprints. So please let the body be in one of these kaiju footprints. You know what? And for being scared, Penny looks very calm. And that is an adorable sprite. I love how she's like slightly pigeon-toed. Like her toes are slightly pointed toward her. She is perfect. I love you, Penny. Looking around.
These look like... Yep, footprints. This right here is a photo gold.
I love how Penny looks like she isn't paid enough to stop it.
Okay, well here, I will say this. As someone who has worked on like numerous film sets, no, she's not paid enough to stop Lotta. No, definitely not. So I agree with that. Thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. Oh, I see little emojis are appearing over on YouTube. Hi, whoever was doing that. Opinion says, I'm having an awful run of Peglin, and that didn't help. I'm sorry I had to subject you to that horrible song. But it amused me. And isn't that really why anybody streams, to amuse themselves, I think? And, oh, wait, what's this? Crystal posted a YouTube clip? Crystal, is that gonna be the entire Penny Nichols song? I'm gonna copy this link over here. And then also, I need to get rid of Lotta. Or play some game, because, like, she's like making way too much noise with this thing. So hang on. Let us play a bit, but thank you very much, Crystal. And Opinion says, no, you're not. You did it for Penny. Okay, that's true. That is true. But she has somehow not thrown herself at me into my arms, and I don't know why. I don't understand women. I feel like if I wrote that for a real woman, she'd be Equal parts flattered and creeped out.
Footprints? But how big would a creature have to be to leave prints like that?
Mr. Edgeworth, look! Okay, we're gonna see the body. I hope it's in the middle of a footprint, and I hope it's in the dead Yamcha pose from Dragon Ball Z. Oh! Wow, it's the president. He's okay. President's not the culprit. He's dead. And it's Lang.
Shilong Lang? What's he doing here?
Oh, it looks like there's something. Okay, is the president dead? I guess he's the body. What is Lana taking pictures of over there? There's a dead body here. She's snapping photos that way. She's bad at her job.
Wait, the guy on the floor, that's... No.
Also, shouldn't he have, like, exhaled and turned all fat and dumpy? If he's dead? Like, his muscles should be relaxing.
Dijun Wang, the president of Zhang-Fa!
And he's got a little bit of powder on it. What is that? What is that even supposed to be? It's like pumpkin spice sprinkled on his body. He's a pumpkin spice body.
Agent Lang! Mr. Prosecutor, how'd you get here so quick?
Huh?
Who peed on him?
You know, I'd like to think that's not pee. I don't think that if you peed on a purple cloth, it would retain that vibrant of an orange color. If it does, you probably need to go see a doctor. I think it would just make it would get it wet and it would look darker purple. So, good news. If the killer did pee on him, the killer's gonna die soon anyway, so we're fine.
Highline. Less than 3, 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 move out of the way, ex-president. I am trying to look at one of my mans.
Yeah, you know what? You got your priorities straight, because why bother with the president if he's dead? I was about to say you can't snuggle a dead man, but you probably can. It's just probably not as enjoyable. But thank you very much, both of you. Vero and Tiff for the 10 bits each. I appreciate it. I should read some more in the chat. We're a half hour into stream somehow. I was going to say I don't know how, but it's because I wasted a ton of time on a date with Penny Nichols. But let me read some of the chat. Quick Katie said, oh wait, no, I read that. Oak says, I looked at Katie's spoiler clip spreadsheet in preparation for the finale case, and there's a ridiculous amount of spoiler clips, really? Were any of them for Penny Nichols showing up there? Quick Katie said, yeah, Logan's a yapper. Bumble says, aw, good. Loga is just a prediction machine. Bumble says, not that he's great at it, he just predicts a ton. And that's the secret. There's so many people in my comments on TikTok that are like, how does this guy predict everything so accurately? And I don't. 90% of my guesses are wrong. I just guess a lot. You know, if you throw 100 darts at a dartboard, one of them is bound to hit something good. Crystal says, why is everyone sick? I have a cough laughing. I don't know, but it's going around. It is nasty. Get feeling better, Crystal. Eglin said, I got back into my old middle school gotcha game. What game is that? Was it Cookie Run Kingdom again? Wait, no, that's not that old of a game. Oak says, I am very excited. Eglin said, all because I started a whole other gotcha game. Well, wasn't it today? Wait, was it today or next week? That Persona, or maybe it was next month. When does Persona 5 X come out that y'all are excited about? Oak says, because some things about this case. Well, because I know some things about this case. Queen Kid said, I'm gonna wait till after the first scene of the case to reveal the fan translation case name. Oh, that's right, instead of Turnabout for the Ages, is it gonna be like a reference to kaiju? Turnabout stomped by a kaiju's foot. That's an awful name. Oak says, ooh, that's me digging that hole. Sorry. Crystal says, I love Cove so much. That's your new Fields of Mysteria man, right? I gotta read some over on YouTube. Let's see. Crystal says, laughing. Opinion says, I've always wondered that. Is he just permanently deflated? Yeah, because like if you die, your muscles relax. We've even talked about this before because in AI, the Somnium Files, they made a point about the fact that when you die, you poop yourself, which is true because all your muscles, including your smooth muscle tissue that holds your poop in, relaxes and just right out. And so like he should not be ripped like that. I think he's not actually dead then. He's just pretending, but is so close to dead that it's like just as if.
Mr. Prosecutor, how'd you get here so quick?
What is going on here?
Huh? You don't think that's exactly what I'm trying to figure out myself?
We can't blame him for being on edge, I suppose. The leader of his country is dead. Well, and unfortunately, according to Japanifornia rules, he's in the closest proximity to the body, so Lang's probably going to be the one accused of the murder. We're going to have to get him out of a jam. Speaking of which... Oh, and look there. Yeah, there's the big horn. Just like on the stuffed toy, the horn came off. The body is lying inside one of the footprints. What on earth happened to him? Or maybe that little kid with the horns will be the one accused. Or maybe he's the murderer. Even if he's a little guy, he could just be very advanced for his age. Oh, now Lotta saw the body. Monster! Monster? What the heck else you want me to say, huh? Them right there's monster prints, mister. That big old bad Taurosaurus. So it's like a bull dinosaur? Because Taurus, like Taurus the bull, kind of ties into the Zodiac stuff before. Taurosaurus done stomped right through here. I ain't never been surer of nothing. Toru, what? And I suppose you mean you are sure? This right here is the scoop of all. The scoop to scoop up all other scoops and bury him 10 feet deep. Man trampled by giant monster. They'll lead with that in every paper from here to Honolulu. Even though my voice is mostly better from the cold, it's still hard to do Lotta's accent. Ridiculous! There's no such thing as monsters. I don't know, some of the murderers in these cases are pretty monstrous. Oh, we got a pin message written by Queen Katie, pinned by Vero, says the fan translation name for this final case is The Grand Turnabout. Oh, I like that. I think it'll depend, because Turnabout for the Ages. Oh, I even talked last time about like dinosaurs, because ages. Huh. There's more from Queen Katie said, Taurosaurus is a portmanteau of the Latin word taurus, meaning bull, and saurus, a suffix attached to the names of many dinosaurs. Yeah, because doesn't that mean like... Wait, no, because dinosaur is thunder lizard, dino for thunder, saur for lizard, so saurus is just like a lizard suffix, even though apparently now we're finding out they're all just birds. Its Japanese name, Borumosu, apparently comes from Japanese for cow... offals? Offals. I don't know what that word is. Hang on, I gotta Google this. Offals. Definition. Noun, offal, the entrails and internal organs of an animal used as food. I thought those were like giblets or so. Okay, offals, why not? So Borumosu equals Horumon. I like Horumon. That sounds like a horrible monster or something like that. But we could go with bull. Did you guys know that in Super Mario Brothers, Bowser and Koopas and things like that, Bowser's supposed to be a cross between a bull and a turtle, right? Because he's got a turtle shell, but he's got bull horns. Its name in the unofficial English fan translation is Moozilla, which is a portmanteau of the vocalizations of a cow, moo, and the name of a well-known kaiju, Godzilla. Okay, Moozilla is charming, but it's hard to take that serious. What would it be instead of, it could be Cowzilla, Bullzilla. There's gotta be something else there. Moozilla. Huh, how about that? So thank you very much, Queen Katie, for all of the wonderful name facts there. Let's play a bit more and then I'll be back to the chat in just a minute. Ridiculous, there's no such thing as monsters. Wait, or is there? The honor is all mine, Mr. Edgeworth. I am Dijun Wang. Your efforts on behalf of Zhang Fa have not gone unnoticed. You averted something of a crisis. But now he's dead, so no, crisis not averted. You're the assassin we've been looking for. In a sense, yes, a certain someone did indeed hire me to carry out a contract. Oh, so now Edgeworth is going to assume that Shelly the Killer's the killer and that this is the contract. I still think the contract was to kill Bronco, or not Bronco Knight, excuse me. What was his name? Rook. What was Sebastian Rook? Bastion Rook. I get that mixed up now, because isn't Winner, he was Sebastian de Best? One of the Sebastians, the older Sebastian. And that's why he was no longer able to do it, was because he was already dead. Because he never specified who the contract was. We were just assuming it was the president. And that contract... Oh, never mind. I forgot. I was wrong. That contract did indeed specify I was to assassinate President Wang. You stupid player. playing the game. You forgot what happened in the first chapter of the case. Thank goodness for this flashback. I was wrong. I was completely wrong. Did he finally manage to ... question mark close parentheses? You! Did you discover the body? Oh, it's gonna be Penny. Please do not accuse Penny. If you accuse Penny, no. Yes? That is I. Huh? What are you doing, Agent Lang? Lang Z says, "Whippa." Begin at the beginning with the first person to arrive at the scene. Well, did you really just discover the body? Crap, he's accusing her of a self-report. She is not a sussy baka. She's a beautiful baka. Sorry, Lang, I'm starting to wish that I hadn't wished you back into this chapter. Let me read some more comments in the chat, though. Queen Katie says to Crystal about Cove, me too, with a heart. Oak says, wow, this guy, this is a big building. It's big. Queen Katie said we were gonna get a spoiler clip ASAP, by the way, chat lol. Boba says, wow, if Logan is right, Miles just can't catch a break. Tiff says, wait, I missed the end of last stream. Does Kay have her memory back? She does. We gave her her promise notebook, and then she's like, I'm back to normal. Let's see, Oak says to Tiff, yes, Queen Katie said, she's all good now. See, she's not hospital naked anymore. Is that what we gotta call someone in a hospital gown? If you're in a hospital gown, you're hospital naked. I like that. Boma says, nah, she's just perma-amnesic now. JK, she good now. Queen Katie said, Logan, I have many folders for Case 5, many buttons. Tiff says, yay, I'll have to check out the ending last stream. Tony says, yo, Logan, you see the new Ace Attorney game that dropped today? What? Are you making stuff up? No, I have seen all the hullabaloo about all the voice actors for Persona 4 that Yuri Lowenthal the other day was like, I begged and pleaded, but they didn't invite me back for Yosuke in Persona 4. And then he deleted that post. Then Aaron Fitzgerald Chie said, I've not been invited back. And the voice actor for Yukiko said, I've not been invited back. I'm guessing it has to do with just the voice actor strike. That they were all union actors, and they probably want to move forward and start recording, and until the voice actor strike is done, the cast can't. That's got to be why in Metaphor Refantasio, they have like all these new actors, and after that, they probably realize we can just hire non-union talent, and it'll be fine. A pin message said, this is written by Queen Katie in all caps. By the way, Logan, this is the area with my Athene cameo. Okay, thank you. Be sure to save and examine everything twice. Okay, I got to examine everything twice. Thank you, Queen Katie. That is precisely the type of hint I needed. That is like just enough. So thank you. So when we start investigating, we're gonna examine everything twice until we see Phoenix and Maya. Thank you, Queen Katie. Okay. But yeah, what were you saying, Tony, about an Ace Attorney game? Let's see over on YouTube. Let's see. Crystal said that clip isn't the entirety of it. Don't worry. Clip. Oh boy. May I ask you how long it is though, Crystal, before we load it up? Opinion says, I'm obsessed with how good a name Taurosaurus is. I like it, it rhymes. Taurosaurus. Valtube says, I'm back, welcome back, Valtube! Crystal said, welcome back, pal. You missed Logan trying to date Penny. I wooed her. She just didn't want to be wooed. Valtube said, I'll definitely watch the re-upload. I love Logan's Lang voice. Oh, thank you! Crystal says, 10-second max? Okay, so let's load this one up on the clip viewer. This is, I think, the first time that someone has posted a clip into the YouTube chat, and we're gonna load this one up on the clip viewer so we can all watch it together. So yeah, if you're lurking, that is our what we do. Let's see, this clip is... All right, so it's just 10 seconds. Is the volume all the way up? Yeah, let's watch this clip. How you doing, Penny? Missed you, baby. What do you gotta say, Penny? That looked even better than I thought. Away from me. How you doing, Penny? I was hoping she would like just change expressions, like go from this to like or something, but that was even better. Thank you very much, Crystal, for that clip. And once again, now all you guys know why I'm single. And yes, I'll probably eventually try to post that on TikTok. But I think the funniest part is that punchline there at the very end, and I think very few people will sit through the entire song to get to that part. But okay, let's play some more of the game here, and then I'll be back to the chat in a little bit. I worry how far behind I am. We're 45 minutes into stream. I'm probably already half hour behind. Well, did you really just discover the body?
Anna, Donna, yes! Hey, go easy on her! Can't you see she's scared and she's Logan's ace attorney waifu?
I don't think he's in the mood to go easy on anybody.
Ha! Nobody's getting it easy today. Do you have any idea who that is lying dead over there? That's President Wang, the leader of Zhang Fa. Now, it is common for politicians to lie, but they don't usually lie dead.
Hold it! Please, Agent Lang, you don't seem your usual self in more ways than one. In fact, well, for one thing, he's not wearing his X-shaped sunglasses, and he's outside. He has every excuse to. When we first met, you had more underlings than I could count. And you were known for your unrivaled arrest rate and your cool head under pressure. Now the underlings are gone, and you've forgotten the fundamentals of police work. What happened?
What did you just say?
Shouldn't you be looking over the scene instead of accusing the first person you run into? He's just taking a page out of Gumshoe's book. Oh, we love Gumshoe. Except Gumshoe never done accused Penny Nichols. She's wonderful. Or is it me who's forgotten the fundamentals?
I don't need you to tell me how to do my job. I was just about to get started.
Good. That seems to have calmed him down a little.
We should take a look around too, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, I think we should. At least until the police arrive. I'm not strictly supposed to conduct investigations anymore.
Don't nobody need to do no looking around. I done told y'all who did this. It was Taurosaurus. My name ain't Lotta Heart. Wait. Oh, okay, good. My name is Lotta Heart. I had to think about it for a while. It's a weird name. Not who did this. What did it? Yeah, that.
Are you quite finished? We have an investigation to be getting on with.
Step aside, please. You can't order me around no more, mister. You step out of my dang way, way's more like it. Y'all mess with this here scoop of mine, there'll be heck to pay. And then some.
Excuse me?
The woman who found the body. Where do I know her from?
You're Mr. Edgeworth, right? Do you remember me? Do I need to whip off my glasses, undo my hair? Oh no, you're a gay man. I'm sorry. Okay. I remember now.
Oh, yes, of course. We met on the case. Oh, yeah, yes, the one case. Okay, Edgeworth ought to know all about this because he's a Steel Samurai super fan. He should have every detail of that case committed to memory, right? He should remember all the people he saw who work on the Steel Samurai.
No way, you two know each other?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we do.
From somewhere. Great to meet you. I'm Kay Faraday, Mr. Edgeworth's assistant.
Wow, I never knew you had your own adorable little assistant. I'm Penny Nichols. Hey, I love you, Penny.
Wait, why is it just assistant now? No, say Penny. Say Penny. Her name is Penny. Penny.
I work over at Global Studios. I'm in charge of props. It's nice to meet you.
Of course. One of my old cases involved a murder on the set of the Steel Samurai TV show. TV in all lowercase, by the way. Huh?
Hey Logan, can you try to rizz up chat? We are all stacked in a trench coat out of pity for you scaring Penny away.
But then you guys will go away. And then I won't have anybody left. I can't lose you, chat. I love you, chat. I can't lose you. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Oak. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll try. Maybe once it's time for me to change out this suit, once it's too hot for me to handle it anymore, before I let it go, I'll try and do something. But thank you very much, Oak, for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. We got a pin message here. Oh, is this a Penny Nichols name fact? Written by Queen Katie said her full name seems to come from the coins, penny and nickels. This may be an allusion to coin collectors. Yeah, because she was collecting the Steel Samurai cards, right? In that she is similarly a card collector. Her Japanese name is Yumiko Mamiya. Mamiya comes from mania, likely in reference to her love of the Steel Samurai franchise. I have a feeling like when we first played it, somebody mentioned Mamiya before, because that little bit of trivia sounds familiar. But either way, it's nice to have a refresher. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Queen Katie. Well, we got another pin message. There is a running joke with her name in similar fashion to Wendy Old Bag. She never actually formally introduces herself at all, mostly being referred to as the/an assistant. Oh, that's why it says assistant instead of Penny. The first time her name is mentioned in-game outside of her court record profile is during a conversation with Old Bag. Despite this, whenever the player first encounters her in Turnabout Samurai, the question mark name placeholder is immediately changed to Penny, even though she only introduces herself as an assistant. Really? Okay, so in that case, I guess it's consistent with the running gag that it says assistant. That is kind of sad. I love her though. I love her little freckles, her giant glasses. She has a large forehead just like me. I think she should cut her hair even shorter. She'd be really cute in a pixie cut. Not that she isn't absolutely adorable and perfect right now. Okay, let me read a couple more comments to the chat because I am behind. Eglin said, I want to start Obey Me Nightbringer, but I'm also only on the first chapter for the account since I reset literally everything. Is that the gacha game you were talking about? Obey Me Nightbringer? Eglin says, so I'm waiting, gaga. Oak says, wait, how did I not notice about the spoiler chat pizza party? Was this for AAI too? Crystal says, I don't want to imagine Maya as a kaiju. Why not? It'd be wonderful. Oak says, kick her out. Castle said, there's an interesting amount of variations on the Spider-Man image. Ha. The Spider-Man no more? Good to see you. Wait, was that your first message here? Did I say hi to you properly, Castle, tonight? If not, hope you're doing well. Vera said, hi, chat. Today is stream day, and I totally remembered. Oak says, Vero. Vera says, oh, Queen Gator said, if Logan is still wondering, I have a folder in my stream deck for name facts. I have 5 folders to the spoiler clips for each section of the K/guide. Also, hey, Vero, you haven't missed any name facts yet. Crystal says, Vero. Vera said, nice timing. Oh, because Tiff did the Seekers Command. I thought that was Vero who did that. That was perfect. Tiff says, yeah. Kim says, Streamly, check it out. Fun stream, folk. Thank you very much, Kim. Kim usually also says, hydrate, so I'll have a sip of water. Let's see, over on YouTube, Opinion says, he's too embarrassed to remember that case. He tried to get the Steel Samurai's actor arrested. That's true. Well, and he won't admit to anybody else that he's a super fan. Maybe he doesn't even admit to himself. Valtube said, assistant, biggest show of disrespect in Ace Attorney. If it's for a running gag, I guess that's fine, but that's okay. If nobody else notices her, then it's okay. Penny, your Logan senpai notices you. Valtube says, we love you too, Logan. I do love all you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you all for being here in every stream. You guys are the best. Okay, let's play a little bit more. One of my old cases involved a murder on the set of the Steel Samurai TV show. She was a member of the crew, and thus a person of interest. Our paths must have crossed several times while it was all going on. And yet, I'd completely forgotten her. Why? She's adorable, huh?
She doesn't get paid enough to even introduce herself, especially to people who accuse her of murder who aren't even cops.
Do you think her lanyard doesn't even have her name on it? Just says, like, assistant. Side note, by the way, like a couple of years ago at work, I don't know if I mentioned this on stream because it happened when it was on stream here. They started introducing lanyards for everyone to start wearing a lanyard, and it was my personal goal to go as long as I possibly could without getting a lanyard. But I finally got a lanyard a while ago. It's sad. It's got my name on it though. Also, I just noticed this giant dent here. So I wonder if whatever made the footprint made that dent. Well, we'll examine everything in a minute. But is it just because that she doesn't have like a flashy, crazy, weird appearance like most characters in Ace Attorney? But thank you very much for those bits and these ones.
Lanyard with that default paper inside without anything written on it, and no one cares to look at it.
That would have been great if it was just blank and I never bothered to write my name on it. That would have been wonderful. But no, it's got my name. It just says Logan on it. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. And yet I'd completely forgotten her. It's good to see you again. So, if you're here, I guess that means... Oh. Is Will Powers here? I want to get his autograph. Oh, please tell me Will Powers is here.
That's right. We're here on location filming for Global Studios. It's kind of a big feature, to tell you the truth.
I love her little whisper thing. It's adorable. That is the sprite that I mentioned before that I found of her and used for one of the assets. I think I'll start reusing it during the intro screen starting next time.
I was first in today, wanted to make an early start. But then I noticed something was wrong.
Huh?
Wait, Logan is your real name? I thought it was Mandy's or Gertrude for sure.
I mean, Gertrude is...
Ew.
Ah! Thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. Gertrude is a good guess. I feel like I look like a Gertrude. A Gertie. A Gertie for short. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it makes it easy having my real first name and my username, because then when people say Logan, I don't have to stop and think, wait, are they talking to me? Am I a character? But thank you for the 10 bits. That's one thing that would be strange. We talked, I think it was the last stream, about like, what if I ever became a VTuber? I think the most difficult adjustment for me, well, one of the most difficult would I'd no longer be able to use like my face for facial expressions as well. But the other thing would be getting used to being called by a different name. I mean, I do that in plays and stuff, but you gotta like get into the mode for that 4 nights a week for stream. That's a lot. Okay.
But then I noticed something was wrong. There was a dead guy. The footprints and ... the body. That was me shuddering adorably.
We'll take a closer look at the body in just a moment. In the meantime, can I ask you to notify the police?
Yes, of course, right away.
I'll need to speak to her at length a little later. I'm looking forward to that. Speaking to her at length. But first, let's go over the scene. There's plenty to look at besides the body. I'll need to examine everything in detail. Every nook and cranny. Begin investigation. Big building. Empty lot. Okay, so we should save first, because we're almost an hour into stream and I have not saved yet. This has been a delightful start to this case. Oh, thank you, Toilet Duck. We are on the same wavelength, Toilet Duck, but because you told me to do it, I will do it a second time because I'm a good trained Pavlovian dog. Okay, so Queen Katie said that I got to examine everything twice. So let's have a look around first, see what there is. We got some tables, we got like a folding door thing, we got a big dent there. Dead body, Penny, I love you. You know, I'd kiss you, but that would be Edgeworth kissing you. Oh, and there's the Taurosaurus. We got a slate. One little fold up. Oh, grab it's a ladder. Are we gonna do the ladder thing? Okay. I need to know if you're a true Ace Attorney weird girl. I'm gonna look at. I heard what happened. I apparently need to read the chat first. And then it will check out the step ladder and everything else. So thank you very much for the what happened. Vera says, oh man, oh that's so cool. Gosh, I miss you, Megatron. I just saw him a few minutes ago. Here it is, Chad. Oak said I pulled out my Dr. Pepper. Quickity said spoiler clips incoming. Vera said he has a whole jacket on the ready. Quickity said Logan dressed up like $1 for penny nickels. I have had this hanging in my doorway for so long. For this very stream. For this moment. I didn't know it was going to be this stream, but for this, yeah. Let's see. Oak says, Logan, did you prepare this? Oh, and Tiff tried to do an objection during that. I'm sorry that it like didn't work. I had the sound turned off for it. Or wait, no, it was probably, well, maybe, or that might have been when I had my earbuds out. I'm not sure which. Beer said, why didn't you dress up like that for us? Cause like, this is hot. I mean, not like hot sexy. It is not sexy. It is, I'm physically incapable of being sexy, but it is like temperature wise, toasty. And plus I only have like 4 really good dress shirts. I'd have to wear the same shirts every. Oh, whoa! Thank you, Crystal, for the objection. Anyway, let's see. Vera says hi. TikTok and YouTube real people for this clip. Vera said, dang, he really suited up. Crystal said, Logan, what? Tiff said, YouTube Clips is gonna love this. Maybe. It's hard for me to figure out what YouTube Clips likes and doesn't like. Okay, side note real quick, because I gotta figure this out. Because I've been posting like 2 clips a day on YouTube for quite a while. And growth was doing great. I was getting about 5 to 10 subs on YouTube a day. And that's like outstanding. That is so good. And then because I was starting to get close-ish to catching up, I decided I'm gonna dial back the speed a little bit. So I pulled it back just 25%. So I would do 2 clips one day, 1 clip the next, 2 clips the next day, 1 the next, like alternating 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And just by pulling it back 25%, the subs have like bottomed out. It's so crazy. So I don't know what YouTube real people like. Real as in R-E-E-L. I assume you people on YouTube that you are real. You like physically exist. You are corporeal. Corporeal. Vera says, dang, you really suited up. Oh yeah, Vera said, I did not expect that. Crystal said it just came back from getting snacks. Vera said he prepared for this. I'm crying. Like good tears or sad tears. Queen Kitty says, ad quote, sup Penny, Logan dressed like $1 million for a ping sprite in a lawyer game. Castle said, can you imagine if Edgeworth spent an entire minute just doing this to prep talking to Penny, brings out the dinner? Why are the roses on the plate? I don't know. It was just the picture I found on the internet. Eglin said, man had this prepared. Good gosh. Crystal adds the quote, says no. Queen Kitty said, yes, quote 600. Wait, oh, is the Penny quote 600? Oh, that's wonderful. Oak said, I can't even clip that. It's too long. Said Logan, why did you prepare this much? Because I love Penny. Because I go all out. For my woman, I make romantic gestures. Vera said, how did you even predict that? Predict what? Like I said, the dashing away. I was just hoping she'd go from this to like that. But the dashing away was perfect. Oh, it was so perfect. Crystal said, Logan, how? Castle said, who's the third person at the table, by the way? Crap, was there a third chair? That seat is reserved for Elijah. It's like a Passover thing. Penny's Jewish, I guess. I don't know. Crystal says to Castle chat, duh. Quiggy said the waiter is sweating. Oh, that was pinned earlier. Crystal laughing. Bo says, no, H3. Oh, he didn't forget. Oak says, I could have sworn that spoiler chat said that the Penny cameo was just her legs. So I thought she wasn't even going to come back. Well, it was just like her legs in the, in the last one. I think she said something to the kid. I think. Vera said she looks so mortified to be subjected to this song. Crystal's laughing. Cass said, I feel like I should leave these two alone. Crystal says, perfectly timed. Tiff said, do you ever, this may be why you don't have a girlfriend, Logan? I'm assuming you mean think this. Yes. I have demonstrated to you guys plenty of times why I have no girlfriend. Like, this should not be a surprise to any of you. Over on YouTube, let's see what's going on. Valtube says ladder versus step ladder time. Crystal says it's a step ladder. Valtube said no, it's a ladder. Crystal said no, it's a step ladder. You're wrong. Well, we should see what happens. All right, okay, we're gonna examine a step ladder. This is your final test to be an Ace Attorney weird girl. You gotta look at this step ladder. This looks like equipment used by the lighting department. Oh, wait, I just remembered there was something I wanted to ask you. Could you maybe light me up when I'm doing my next robbery? Help me look super cool. You want me to shine a light on you while you're committing a crime? You bet I do. What's so weird about that? What's the point of me doing my great thieving in the dark? The folks in the cheap seats won't be able to see a thing. Wait, you're imagining you'll be committing this robbery in front of an audience? And that's it. Well, I guess that was weird in that was weird in a K way. You know what, K? You're weird. I like it. You're cool. Oh, but I got to examine everything twice. That's what Queen Katie said. Okay, looks like the same dialogue. So, okay. So that's the same. So I don't think we're going to cut to Phoenix right there. So let's just walk around some other stuff. Let's look at the slate. And it looks like we got a TV monitor and a chair. Probably for like watching the dailies or something. No, why would you do that outside? Never mind. This thing in front of the trailer here, it looks like a monster costume. Oh, I was trying to look at the slate. Okay, apparently we're looking at the Taurosaurus. What? That's a costume? I like that they're using practical effects on this movie. You're sure the creature that made these huge footprints didn't just shrink or something? Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. This thing in front of the trailer here, it looks like a monster costume. A costume! I am busting out my objection sprite for this. Pay attention, K! Back to normal. Okay, gotta click it a second time. Okay, looks the same. Oh, but he pointed the other way. Can we look at the... Okay, can't look in there. I'll talk to you in a bit, Penny. Hey, Penny, in case you couldn't tell, Logan likes you. We'll look at the body. Can we look at the big dent? No, apparently not. Can we look at this folding shutter thing? Ms. Nichols, where does this exit lead? Uh-huh.
Hey, Kay, come closer. It's a costume because get that. Dinosaurs aren't real.
Dinosaurs aren't real? Then where do the bones come from? Were dinosaur bones just put there by the devil in the ground to make us think dinosaurs are real? Is that how it works? But thank you very much, Vera, for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. I should read some more in the chat. I'm probably still way behind. I think chat is still in the Penny Nichols song. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Vero. I do love how, like, everybody in this game is so equally stupid that they just all automatically believe things, except for Edgeworth. Let's see. Quickita said, Logan, is it hot in here or is it just me? It is very hot in here. Vera said, guys, stop posting banger comments. I can't pin them all. Quickita said, Logan, look, Logan made us write these. Oak says, Logan, you spent this long and didn't even tell us anything? Well, it wouldn't have been a delightful surprise if I told you guys I got something prepared for when Penny Nichols shows up. Vera said, made it hilarious. Quickita said, I should note, it felt so weird seeing Penny in the side angle compared to the first game where she was just front facing. I think I prefer her at an angle. She's just so adorable. I want to like pat her head. I love her. Why can't you be real Penny Nichols? You know that whole meme when there was that little stuffed toy? I think it was like a little pink bear. Was it pink with like the buck teeth, the glasses, and it said like, girls that look like this have permission to ruin me. Penny! Girls that look like this, like Penny Nichols, have permission to... I don't know what ruin me means. I assume it means ruin my life. Like break my heart and move on. I'm not sure. Let's see. Garlic, how you doing? So just got here and holy cow, it's Penny. Yay, Garlic, welcome. Were you here in time for the song? Oak said, even for April Fools and Fidelio's funeral, you told us you at least had the secret prepared. Well, because I didn't know if she was going to be in the stream. I couldn't say, hey, got something fun planned tonight. I was hoping it might be sometime this chapter, and so that's why I was testing things. Oak said, also, Logan, why does your outfit go so hard? Chat, does this go hard? Does this outfit... Does this go hard, as the kids say? Quickita said, anyway, spoiler clips incoming, lol, ignore whatever disaster of a date that was. Yeah, it didn't go well. And Oak said, this is a generational LoganRobo's stream. And then, holy crap, Vero. Vera says, too iconic. Crystal said, Logan, I created a YouTube clip, and it was great. It was the perfect few seconds to get. Okay, let's play some game.
Onto the grounds of the Big building.
Yet another case with direct ties to that same building. The building with the hidden 51st floor used to store the lots for illicit auctions. I guess it wouldn't be much of a surprise if it turned out to be hiding yet more secrets. Big building data jotted down to my organizer. Side of the underground auctions, there is an entrance to the hidden 51st floor on the roof. Huh? Look at this chain and padlock. Oh, look at that! Somebody cut the chain!
They did? Oh, I'm sure it was still intact when I left yesterday.
I love how her glasses become opaque when she's panicked. I'd say it's possible that this is where the killer entered from. Side gate chain cut. Chain holding the side gate closed was cut. Did the killer do it? Bloop. Eek! What's the matter now? Was it a cockroach? Oh.
Look at that huge dent. How did that get there?
Thank you, Penny. I tried to click it. Edgeworth didn't want to click a dent. You're right. That is a big dent. It would have taken a sizable object to make it, and a heavy one, too. Well, maybe they have like a wrecking ball for like a special effects thing or something. I don't know. I should point out that when we saw the flashes the night before of everything shaking, the footprint, it only showed one footprint and it was basically empty. Also, we should look again at Torosaurus and see if it's missing one of its horns.
That wasn't like that yesterday either.
It wasn't? I guess that means the dent must have been made last night at some point. Dented fence was fine yesterday. Did something heavy bump into it? Bloop. Okay, and Queen Gata said we gotta click everything twice. Oh, okay, there's different dialogue. Is this where it's gonna be? Are we gonna see the cameo with Phoenix Wright? With that man and Maya? So, the grounds of the bigger building lie beyond this gate. To look at it from here, you'd think it was just an ordinary building, huh? A regular-sized building. one we can see here behind my head. There's a big head of Torosaurus, but it's got both its horns and like a broken table. Look at them. Phoenix is like, look, that is one big building. And she's like, it's just pronounced big building. You put two G's together, you don't say both of them. It's like if you say the word biggest, you don't say biggest. I do. I say biggest. What's wrong with you, Nick? You owe me a burger for that. Burgers? I'm far away, burgers.
Yeah, there's no one really special around to speak of either. Certainly not someone for whom my boss has unnecessary feelings.
So is that it? Are they not going to say anything? I love that we get to see them. I'd love it. I wish they had some dialogue. Give me some dialogue for them, game, please. Well, no one from our current vantage point at any rate. Yes. And they're gone. I miss you, Phoenix and Maya. Yay. Anyway, we don't have time to ponder such things. We need to investigate this entire lot. Yay. So do I no longer now have to like click everything twice? Oh, achievement unlocked right over there for examining the side gate twice to see a familiar face in AAI 2. Yay, let's also save again. And I gotta read some more in the chat. I see we're already on slow mode, which means I'm probably very, very far behind. We got a couple of messages that were pinned earlier. Vera said, I hope he didn't. Oak says, wait, what? Laughing. I saw him looking off center and I thought that might be a script. I didn't know if it actually was one. I had, like I said, I had a little notepad open over there where I'd written down what the rhymes were that I wanted to do. That it was your face with mace, with surprise in my eyes, with defense and sense. And then the last one, I already closed out the file. What was the last one after that? It was defense, sense, and a joke about your name and same. That was it. See? So I had some notes. It wasn't like word for word scripted. I'm sorry to say. Oak said, Logan, I'm disappointed in your songwriting ability. If that was prepared, I was just kinda. Queekita said, nah, Logan, that sounds like a dumb idea. Buying a small statue of an anime girl. Camera pans over to my Aiba statue on the desk next to the monitor. I just need to save up the money. Timestamp! 30 minutes! I'm almost 45 minutes behind. Wow. Bo says, I've been on an Isaac Eden streak. What is Isaac Eden? Is that a game? Is that music? Crystal said, don't worry, it's not the entirety of it, laughing. Bo says, I'm around 10 straight. My last run had featured Game Break. Is that like a Binding of Isaac thing? Oak says, Logan is the type of guy whose love language is grand gestures. I think it's gestures. I like giving gifts to people, even if it's like just little things, like here's a neat rock I found. Stuff like that. And we got some clips here. Okay, so chat, for anyone who might be lurking, whether on Twitch or on YouTube, or if anyone doesn't know the deal, Queen Katie is really good about getting what we're calling spoiler clips, which are when I accidentally foreshadow something or I guess something may be correct or maybe very wrong. And we have two little spoiler clips. We're gonna load them up onto our clip viewer so we can watch these together and see what they were that I either guessed correctly or foreshadowed wrongly or something like that. This first one's from 5 months ago. Is that when we began playing this game 5 months ago? Titled Salute Prez. Oh, hang on.
Hey Logan, happy birthday to my dad yesterday.
Oh, hey!
Out of celebration for my dad turning 62 yesterday, here's a cool rock I found. Do you love us?
Yes. I do love chat. Even if you didn't give me a cool rock or a cool stick or something like that, I would still love chat. And happy birthday, Papa Oak. So yesterday birthday, belated birthday to Papa Oak. Thank you so much for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. I hope your dad had a good birthday. 62. That's impressive. So again, happy birthday to Oak's dad. Okay, let's watch this clip here. Salute Prez.
Interesting. So he's unable to trust his own domestic law enforcement. I wonder if one of these enemies could have been behind the attempt on his life.
Also, is this the first time we're doing a murder investigation that's only attempted murder? He's gonna be dead. We're gonna go on the plane, he's gonna be dead in there, and it's gonna turn into like a full-on real murder. Right? Okay, so I was wrong about him being dead in the plane, but I guess it caught up with him. And one other clip, let's check out this one, and then I'll check YouTube chat briefly, and then we'll get back into the actual game. This clip from Queen Katie from only 4 days ago. That's not very much at all. It's titled Lang Waltzing in Be Like :
The next case gonna be?
I mean, unless we return to Zhang Fa stuff earlier, which I guess is possible. But I've also been disappointed in the lack of Zhang Fa stuff. Like Lang showed up briefly in a cameo in the second case in the prison, right? And then that was it. I was hoping we'd see more of Lang, but I guess it was just like a little cameo. It was like, hey, it's the guy from the last game. But we didn't do stuff with him. We did very little with Zhang Fa, so I don't know. We shall see, though. You can tell it was 4 days ago because my voice sounds even more sick from the cold I had last week. So thank you very much for the spoiler clips. I appreciate that. Over on YouTube, Opinion says there's no ladder or step ladder. You're all hallucinating. Oh, I hate it when I'm crazy. Valtube said Kay is such a theater kid. She is, but she's like a fun theater kid, I think. Like sometimes they're a little bit touchy. I like my bubble. Crystal says to Opinion, dang, I need to talk about my psychologist about this then. Opinion says, I want to make fun of you for this, but really I can't. I want Adile from In Stars and Time so badly. Oh, Queen Katie will know who that is. Am I saying the name right? Odile? So apparently Opinion wants Odile. I assume carnally. I don't know. Opinion says, the difference is I'm not bold or stupid enough to talk about the details. That is fair. That is fair. Valtube says, that man. Opinion says, oh wow, a spoiler clip from before I started watching. Crystal's laughing says, Penny there, just standing. Penny, just, oh, she's just staring at us like, why aren't you playing the game right now? And Opinion says, Odile. Odile is how the name is pronounced. Okay, so we're gonna have to get, I think, Queen Katie's opinion on Odile, since I know that she's played In Stars and Time as well. She's recommended it a number of times. Speaking of game recommendations, by the way, next month, it's probably gonna be the Steam Summer Sale. Just tossing it out there. Okay, let's play some game here. So we just saw that man. What else can we look at? Can we look at this pile of junk here? Hey, those plastic sheets you can put down when you have a picnic. They're plastic sheets, that much is true, but I don't think that's what they're used for.
Want me to explain, Mr. Edgeworth? Those are waterproof sheets. That's an important technical term because I'm saying it in dark orange. We use them to protect the camera when it's up on the crane. If it starts raining while we're shooting, we can just cover up and keep going.
I see, so they must be pretty big, right?
Oh yeah, they have to be able to cover the whole rig. Wouldn't be much point in using them otherwise. The weather was pretty patchy yesterday, so we wound up using them quite a bit.
Okay, so maybe that'll be important. I don't know. We got like a big crane thing here.
What's this big metal stick thing? Is it for climbing trees or something?
No, it's a camera crane. It's used for filming from an elevated viewpoint. There's no camera currently attached, but it would usually be positioned at the top there.
Gotcha, sounds perfect for casing a place before a burglary. Did I mention that when I got my memory back, the one memory I did not get back is that I'm not supposed to commit real crimes? I'm gonna commit so many real crimes. Mind if I go ask somebody about borrowing it?
And how do you propose to transport it if the answer is yes?
Easy. You take the bottom part, I'll take the top. That's how you move big stuff.
So I'm helping now.
And we go one little step at a time. We'll be back at your place before we know it.
And we're walking it back to my house. Well, it's not gonna fit in your sports car. That thing's tiny, Edgeworth.
Don't be dumb, Edgeworth.
Oh, and there's Lotta. Oh. Can I look at can I just leave? Bouncing neck frill physics. Okay, so it looks like I've examined the perimeter. So all that's left now is to talk to people, to talk to Lotta, talk to Penny, and then examine the body. Let's get Lotta out of the way first. Oh my gosh. What is it now? Can't y'all see I'm busy? Girl needs room to work, you know? Why are you so obsessed with the idea that this was a monster attack? Probably because she wants it to be a sensational story, and that's much more interesting than a human attack, unless it's in metaphor. Refantazio.
Edgeworth, why do you have jiggle physics?
I think the better question is, why doesn't everybody? The question should never be, should we give this character jiggle physics? The question should be, what on this character should jiggle physically? Every character should have something jiggle. But thank you so much for the 10 bits, okay, I appreciate it. I did see that somebody posted, what is that new game that everybody says is real good? It's like Claire Obscure Expedition 33 or something like that. Came out a month or two ago. And everybody's saying it's really, really good. I guess there's like a difficult kind of parkour platforming section that you can do that if you complete it, you get swimsuit skins for your characters, like outfits for them. And I guess there's, who was it? Was somebody who's pointing out that I saw some videos saying it's like, hey, it's okay because they do it both the guys and the girls. Like, I guess the girls have like jiggle physics in the swimsuit. It's a very modest swimsuit though, but the guy also has jiggle physics, but just not here. It's just in a different location that would be prominent. Yes, anyway, but thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. Monsters don't exist. Surely even you know that. What did you? You don't know what the heck you're talking about. Taurosaurus is real, dang it. I know that for a fact. Here's the problem with this. Unless Taurosaurus as a movie franchise. What?
I get you, Logan. They have jiggle physics for the earlobes.
That is true, and I was very jealous of it. Because I don't know if you realize this. I've mentioned this before, chat. I don't have earlobes. I don't. Like, there's nothing. It just swoops down and there's no lobe. It just stops. My ear stops. There's no lobe. I have no earlobes. So there's nothing to jiggle. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I do appreciate that. So as I was saying, unless Taurosaurus as a movie franchise in this is based on like an urban legend, like say if they were to make a Slender Man movie or something like that, it's like, okay, well, they didn't come up with the idea themselves. That's like an internet urban legend type of thing. And so unless it's based on an urban legend, she should know it's a fictional character. It's like you go see a Marvel superhero movie, you don't go, Iron Man is real, dang it. Because you know that if it's in a movie, it's a movie character. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. Like I said, I do appreciate it. Let's play a little bit more. And then I'll read some more of the chat in a little bit. Because I'm already 45 minutes behind in the Twitch chat. For a fact? And how is that possible exactly? Oh, because I done seen him. What? You saw Taurosaurus? Where? How? Heck yeah, I saw him. The big bad bull is Sale. Okay, credit to whoever did the localization for writing himself right there in front of me. Well, in the opening cutscene, we did see a giant eyeball through a window. I assume window of the big building. It's probably that giant head that we saw on top of the roof. I was up on the 51st, on 51 over there, big building just yesterday, right? Gathering materials for your story on the underground auction. Yes, we remember. Oh, ain't you just Mr. Memory Man? That's right, I done seen him when I took that photo. The person in the red raincoat, Ms. Rigger, right? Yep, y'all see that blind right there next to little Ms. Red Raincoat? Well, guess who was on the other side of that very moment? That's right, Taurosaurus. Did you get a picture of it? There's nothing there. Well, I can't rightly capture every dang thing. I was just a little too far away, that's all. But I seen it all right, boy, did I? Ah. So once again, I think the little stuffed toy is a stuffed toy of Taurosaurus. Got little bull horns. We need to check and see if Taurosaurus has a little floof of hair on top. I think he did, but I can't remember. Taurosaurus, big old eye staring right at me, peeking right in the window. Okay, so chat, I need to know, especially from Vero, which is like freakier, unsettling eyes. That eye there, or when I do the big eyes, which is worse. I feel like that's a very nice iris. It's a very human-looking eyeball. A window-peeking monster. Anyhow, I don't got time to be shooting the breeze with y'all. I got snaps to snap, reportage to report. Quit bugging me, will you? Go on, get. Oh, and a pin message from Vero saying, yours, with a heart. Well, if it's with a heart, then I guess the insult is okay. But thank you very much for the pin message. That entire story was ridiculous. You don't believe a word she said, did you, Mr. Edgeworth? Is it that obvious? Why don't answer her out loud? She asked you a question. Wait, what is she doing? What is he reaching into? Okay, let's keep examining stuff. We'll talk to Penny. Oh, I want to see if he has... Okay, he's got like a red mane. So yeah, okay, let's talk to Penny, and then we'll examine the body. I wonder if is the body separate from... So we can talk to Lang and examine the body. So talk to Penny, talk to Lang, examine the body, and then we gonna be good. Then we'll probably need to put puzzle pieces together in our brain. Penny, I've missed you so much. I know we've been apart for like a half hour, but I miss you.
I'm sorry, I got a little upset before.
I feel like that's justified. If someone was trying to accuse you of murder, I'd be upset. Oh, that's it. Oh, we can present her things. Present. Oh, that's right. I don't have my prosecutor badge anymore. We just have Kei's Yatagarasu badge.
Wait, that's...
You recognize it?
Sorry. I must have been thinking of something else. I really do need new glasses. I'm such an idiot.
You're not an idiot, Penny. You're wonderful. I love you. It's really not something to get so upset about. How she loses them and has to, my glasses. I can't find my glasses, like Velma from Scooby-Doo. And we still have the forged letter.
Wait, that's... Oh, that's what I say when I have nothing to say. But that's okay. I'm adorable, so you will put up with it. Wait, that's... Oh, no, I thought it was a different building. I thought it was the Smalala building.
Okay, nothing interesting to say there, but we gotta talk to her about finding the body. You were working here alone?
That's right. I came before everybody else so I could get everything ready. But as soon as I walked through the gate, I saw the footprints.
Okay, so these footprints were not part of the movie shoot then. I'd assume that they were like done there to film and like, oh, look, there's footprints. Okay, so whoever did the killing did that, but why then? I mean, obviously you could say, oh, to make it look like the Torosaurus did the murder, but that's not gonna hold up in court. Even Judge Udgy's not stupid enough to think like Torosaurus is real. So it's gotta be to obscure something. So they probably had to access the dirt underneath the concrete at one of those 3 locations. I don't know why. Maybe they did dig a hole or bury something, perhaps, and then created these footprints in order to mask it, to hide it. So, because like if you have one hole and it's like, then it's like, oh, that's suspicious. We got to investigate it. If you have a bunch, it's like, oh, they're just footprints. Maybe. Monster prints first thing in the morning? That must have been a real shock. I usually need my afternoon tea before I see monster footprints.
It was. They weren't there when I left yesterday evening. I'm sure of it.
So the footprints must have appeared late last night.
At first glance, I thought maybe they were part of the set. But then I got closer and I saw that somebody was lying in the middle of one of them.
You didn't notice until you were right up close. Her glasses. Edgeworth. Don't make fun of people with visual disabilities, Edgeworth. You know, just for that, Edgeworth, I'm gonna hope that someday you need glasses. Someday real soon, Miles.
Yeah, my eyesight just seems to be getting worse and worse lately. I think I need new glasses. I didn't notice it was a body until I was right by it, which is why I got so shocked and ran away.
That must be when we bumped into her. Movie shoot. Also, I should read some more in the chat, because I'm behind in the chat. All right, where did I leave off in the chat? Fiora says, oh, Lang, you beautiful man. Okay, so it's when Lang showed up. It is getting really hot in this suit. This was a bad decision. Quinkita said, note that that the first clip shown here is, I think, the very first official AAI2 clip that was clipped during the actual game. Nice! Said for spoiler clips, I mean, Garlic says, Lang, he's here. Somebody's excited. Oak says to Vero, me. Tiff said, oh, that was TTS. Bumble says, he was having hot dogs and got mustard on his shirt. Well, you know what? If you're in a different country, you need to sample local cuisine. It was probably a samurai dog. Oak said, this is already one of the best Logan Robo stream. I wish we hadn't peaked so early. I think we peaked 20 minutes in, but I hope that the rest of it has still been good. Egnan says, if it's mustard or something, that part of the name pun is Dijon mustard. Oh yeah, because he's like Dijon Wang or something like that. Oh, now I hope it's mustard. Said I saw the name for a split second though, but still, Quickita said, man, I never noticed how well shaded Lang's scarf was. Yeah, let's check what exactly his name is. It is, it's Dijon Wang. It could be Dijon, like the mustard, age 58. Oh, Penny. a props person at Global Studios and the first to discover the body. Her name is Penny Nichols, and she's beautiful. She's wonderful. I love you, Penny Nichols. I gotta read some more in the chat, though. Boba says, nah, he's not dead. Want to know where the prince came from? Big snow angels. Garlic says, concrete snow angels, have fun. Well, you just gotta do all the concrete is still wet. And then it works, and it's fine. Quiggita said, okay, that's part 1 of my Case 5 spoiler clips done, lol. Quiggita said, anyway, first name fact, the case title. Oak said, the clip viewers are gonna be deeply confused at Logan being so formally dressed this stream. Should I change out of it? Should I change out of it? Viral, Crystal, could one of you do a poll if I should change out of the suit? I need to know. I may do it anyway, because as I said, it's getting hot. But that might affect how soon I do that. Let's see, we can say the fan translation name. Oh, that was pinned earlier. Vera said, I love how he mixes up his mods. Oh, did I? I'm sorry. Crystal said, nope. Cove is a visual novel character. Okay, sorry, I'm getting them mixed up. Oh, that's right, because Vera's the one who in Fields Mystria. Cove is from, was it that one where you grow up and grow old with the people? Oh no, Vera said, because Fields of Mystery is my thing. We could have said, better than him confusing me and Crystal somehow, because you both start with the is Queen Katie Crystal. Eglin said, nah, I've been with CRK, Cookie Run Kingdom, for well over a year by now. I re-downloaded Obey Me, downloaded Obey Thy Nightbringer, and somehow got into Tokyo Debunker, a game nothing like the ads and is probably riddled with horrendous things. Don't you hate that when you see those ads for games that look like a fun game? And they always say it's like, this is not what the actual game is. Oak said, I genuinely can't believe this is a real stream. Well, it's gotten more normal since then. Oak. Tiff says to Eglin, which brother? Quiggita said, to Vero, can you post the name title I posted? Salute. Quiggita said, thank you. Vera salutes. Eglin said, my choice has changed over the years, starting with Osmo, currently at Satan. And let me take a look over in YouTube real quick. Oh, and YouTube is all caught up still. Quiggita said, Taurosaurus, that was pinned. Eglin said, the official #1 choice isn't a brother, it's Simeon. And Tiff says to Eglin, I can respect those choices. Mammon is my #1 brother, but #1 overall is Barbados. These all sound like demons. This reminds me of that game. I actually played this on stream once a while ago. I will call it Heck Taker instead of using the double hockey sticks. And it's kind of a rhythm game, little rhythm puzzle game, but it's about a man with a simple dream to get a demon harem. And fortunately, in his universe, all the demons are adorable anime waifus. The best one is Cerberus. Cerberus is adorable. And Garlic says, I've been trying to crochet a Taurosaurus plush thing. Oh, that's fantastic. Are you gonna make it look like the plush toy with the horns? Or are you gonna make it look like more vicious and evil? Anyway, I should play some game, but I think that's great. I think kaiju deserve all the cute things. One of my favorites, does anybody here ever see Shin Godzilla? One of the phases that Godzilla has in that is so freaky looking. I kind of want an adorable toy made out of it. So, you're shooting a movie? It wouldn't happen to be a Steel Samurai movie, would it? Ooh. Nope. Well, F. Oh. ...
This one's a creature feature. You know, the Taurosaurus movies, right?
I'm afraid not.
You'll have to forgive Mr. Edgeworth. He only cares about the Steel Samurai. Only cares about the Steel Samurai a lot. He has a big Steel Samurai statue on his window ledge in his office, but he also has a very small Steel Samurai figurine in a mason jar in his drawer for some reason. Don't tell him I know about that one.
That's not.
Hey, that's all right. Not everyone's a fan, but they soon will be.
It's like we're seeing the trailer.
He's back after 12 years of silence. The big bad bull himself, Taurosaurus. I wish they'd let me do the narration for the trailer. In a world where kaiju roam the streets, one kaiju with big horns that make it very awkward to walk between narrow spaces reigns supreme. It's the first Taurosaurus movie in a long time, so the crew is super excited about it.
So is this the Taurosaurus theme that's playing? It's nice. Not particularly memorable, but it's nice.
And parts of it are set here in the Bikaga building, so we've been shooting on location.
Oh, we have a poll. Oh, is this poll asked for? Should Longa remove his suit? No. Nuh-uh. Never. Yeah, ... no. Shirtless Logan. Someone is dumping shirtless Logan stream in. Though there's no regular yes? You can't just vote yes? Normal? We have one solitary vote for never, and then everything else, we have hundreds going into shirtless Logan stream. Well, we can't do that unless I'm in a hot tub because of Twitch rules. If you see a man's nips outside a hot tub, that is a bannable offense. Plus, I should wear a swim blazer anyway.
And parts of it are set here in the Bikiga building, so we've been shooting on location.
That explains what we saw yesterday. It's Gumshoe, Tiff, it's Gumshoe. Hey, what's happening here? What's going on with the building? Just stay calm and talk to me, kid. Hey, I don't understand how movie shoots work. Cut.
I'm so sorry. We're shooting a movie. Could you,
That must be what they were filming.
So this Torosaurus smashed the Big Ooga building and to pieces in the movie? Oh, I bet he does, right?
Wouldn't you like to know? But you'll just have to wait to find out in the theater. Ooh. And also the focus groups might change what happens. We are creative sellouts in the movie industry nowadays.
I have to say, I actually prefer, with a lot of like giant monster movies, I think I like the ones where the monsters really tower over the buildings and can smash them easy. I mean, I know that like King Kong, that's a classic. He climbs up the building with like the lady in his hand and whatever. But I like the ones where the monster is just like huge compared to the buildings. Hey, look at that. An epic rivalry is born. Torosaurus versus Gordy. Oh, it's versus the Loch Ness monster creature.
Here, you can have this if you like.
Oh, thank you. A Global Studios production. The legendary Taurus. And his horns form the teeth.
An epic rivalry is born. Torosaurus versus...
Now I'm gonna assume it's Penny saying this again. An epic rivalry is born. Torosaurus versus Gordy.
Gordy? And the poll is done. Shirtless Logan stream has won with 100% of the vote, 542 votes. There were a couple of other votes, but it's so much above 99.5%. Contributing 511 channel points. Okay, so I think we need to get rid of this suit. It's getting too hot in here. So somebody said I should rizz up chat. See, now that's what like it's like chat. It's been a long day, chat. Gotta unbutton the old tie there. The old collar. Wait, which way do I? No, there we go. It's not mirror imaged. This is so not smooth. There we go. Now I'm like casual suit. Like there. Yeah. Now I'm cool. Just got off of work, Logan. Yeah, look at me. You know, yeah. Get rid of the suit coat. Suit jacket, whatever. It's hard to do when I'm in a chair. There we are. I should roll up the sleeves or something. Chat loves it when a guy in a button-up shirt has rolled up sleeves. There we are. There. Now I'm casual, just getting things done at home after work. Look, oh man, work was so late. What's this? Oh, there's a girl. There's a Penny Nichols in the room. Maybe a Galaga. Oh, you know, I'm too cool and involved in my own highly successful endeavors to even directly acknowledge you. I'm just gonna make myself desirable by staring off wistfully into the middle distance. I'm like Kiryu in Yakuza 0 when he's sitting in the bar looking at a picture of a cabin. That's right, just thinking about a cabin in the woods. Yeah, anyway, let's get rid of all this stuff. Let's get back into normal clothes. Oh, pop my headphones out. And then I'll be much more comfortable for the rest of the stream at least. So if you're lurking, I apologize. You're having to put up with a lot of crap today. I'll read some more in the chat though while I'm... hang on. We got a pin message. This is going to be some more name fact. Pinned by Crystal, written by Queen Katie. Gordy comes from Gord Lake, its supposed home in universe. The name was inspired by the Loch Ness Monster, a cryptid that is reputed to inhabit Loch Ness in the Scottish Highlands and is affectionately referred to by the nickname Nessie. And a gourd, if I'm not mistaken, it's like a squash, right? It's like a pumpkin is a gourd or something like that. His Japanese name, Hyoshi, is a nickname that mixes both the shi suffix, often found in Japanese pet names, and Hyotan Lake, with Hyotan meaning calabash, a type of gourd. Okay. Hyotan Lake is also frequently used name for many lakes in Japan. Okay, so it's like a common name for lakes. I don't know if we have something like that in American English or not. There we go. Let's get rid of this thing. Back into a regular t-shirt. Oh, that feels so much better.
Oh, that feels so much better. Not nearly as hot anymore. Whew. But also probably not nearly as, I was gonna say not nearly as attractive, but joke's on everybody else. I was never very attractive. There we go. All right, let's play some more in the game and then we'll be back to the chat in a moment here. Gordy? Huh.
That's right. It's not just Torosaurus on his own this time around. He has an arch nemesis. You know Gordy, right? The monster from Gourd Lake?
Oh yeah, wasn't everybody talking about that like a couple of years back?
Giant life form appears at Gordy Lake. Oh yeah, because wasn't this, I'm trying to remember, was the photo of Gordy, was that taken by Lotta Hart? I can't remember. Hot news, giant life form appears in Gourd Lake. The mysterious creature in the lake. It showed up in that one couple's photo. I have a question, is this the same asset that they used in Ace Attorney 1? Not only were people talking about it, it played a major part in one of my cases. It's almost as if this is an anniversary game, going back over the greatest hits. Not to name I'm too wild about hearing again. Well, I think it's mostly because of Larry. Well, and because of what happened to Edgeworth, the trauma in the lake. I think his dad and Manfred and all that stuff, but mostly Larry. Like losing your dad and then your mentor turning on you, accusing you of murder, blah, 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 blah. But Larry, that's just the worst.
The director's fascinated by the stories, which is how Gordy wound up in the movie.
A little behind the times, but better late than never, I suppose. Well, you know what it is that movies take a while to make. So they can't ever be like right on time. That's why whenever they do like really topical internet slang in movies, it's always so cringe because it takes so long to get in the movie that by the time it's in there, it's all old hat.
Just wait till you see those two legends tearing into each other on the big screen.
Creature feature, flyer dater, jotted down to my organizer. Latest in the series after a 12-year hiatus. Torosaurus versus Gordy. So, because what happened to Rosie Ringer was 12 years ago. She wanted to take revenge for what happened 12 years ago. So it's got to be whatever happened the last time they filmed one of these movies. Maybe that's going to also explain why she had the burn on her hand. It was like an accident. Because like on the flyer, there's like flames. So Torosaurus probably like breathes fire. So maybe that's when she got, because what was it that we decided that they explained last time, that she had a lover and the lover was like killed or something like that? They were very vague about some of the details. It's probably going to tie into Torosaurus somehow, right? They wouldn't say 12-year specifically hiatus if it wasn't related, yeah? And front gate. I think we need to learn a little more about the security situation here on set. Ms. Nichols, is the set kept locked overnight?
Yeah, we use one of these.
A combination lock, huh? So anybody who knows the code can get in and out. And was the lock in place when you arrived this morning?
Yup, everything was locked up tight when I got here.
Who knows the combination?
Oh, the producer, the director, the crew, the actors, basically everybody who's working on the movie.
So any member of the cast or crew could have opened the lock and entered. Combination lock used on the front gate. Only the cast and crew know the combination. Oh, okay. I'll read some chat. I'm behind in chat. Thank you very much, Oak, for the Tomcat. And over on YouTube, Opinion says, that was not one of your cases, Edgeworth. Okay, he was involved in the case. He just did not prosecute that case. Can we put it that way? And besides, they probably would want to be vague about it because like they don't want to give too many of the details to avoid spoilers for people who haven't played the game. But that is a fair point, Opinion. You are absolutely correct on that. Quiggy said, Logan, Moozilla was all we English fans had before this came out. I know, but it's just like Moozilla. There's got to be like a better pun for a cow Godzilla. I got to think about that, but there's got to be a better one. Oak says, hey, I know we're at the beginning of this cool, mysterious finale case, but can we go back to Spirit of Justice? I want to see clown boobies again. They were just balloons, though. Oak, they were just balloons. They were lies. Vera said, well, then again, I guess any boobs in a game like this be lies because they're just illustrated. Anyway, Vera said, oh my gosh, it's been a while since I heard things about this game. My all-time favorite used to be Satan. What game are you guys talking about? That Obey Me thing? Quick said, by the way, Logan, this is the area with the Maya/Feeny cameo. Be sure to save and examine everything twice. Oak said, I wonder who this... And by the way, thank you again, Queen Katie, for helping out that. I'm glad we caught it. Still feel bad we missed it in the first investigations game, but I'm glad we caught it here. Oak says, I wonder who this lady with the glasses and freckles is. Her name can't really be question mark, question mark, question mark. Crystal says, so single, even fictional characters reject you, broken heart. Quick Katie with the timestamp, 45:45. I'm an hour behind. YouTube, you don't realize how lucky you are. Over on Twitch, I'm an hour behind in the chat. Nora, says Penny. Oh my gosh, Penny, how you doing, Nora? Oak said, Nora, you missed everything. You need to watch this VOD. Queen said, yeah, Nora, Logan had a date with Penny. Nora says, okay. Crystal said, Nora, did you notice anything new to Logan? Nora says, suit. Queen said he literally whipped that suit out as soon as Penny showed up. Crystal said he prepared it for Penny. He prepared for Penny date. Oak says he sang a pre-prepared love song. Garlic says, quote, or my name ain't Lotta Hart. Pull up the name, change papers, Lotta. There were some pinned messages. Oak said to Queen Katie, her name seems to come from Penny Nichols. Crystal says, wait, I back read chat. Tiff and Vero obey me fans. I have never heard of this game. Nora said, bro, I love my friends. The soccer ones genuinely so much. I don't know what I would do without them. They're my favorite people ever. And ugh, they're so amazing. I'm gonna miss seeing them every day, like with M. Oh, that's the name. With M, I see her twice a day, and I'm always excited for it. And then AJ, I see her 4 to 5 times, which is always happy for me because she's silly. And then I get a hug from Z every day, which I love. Is it just because of summer break? You would still hang out with friends over summer. It requires more effort, and it'd still be less time. But that's awesome, though, that you have such, like, good friends. You should bring some of them to the stream. Just saying. Quick said, not captions hearing Mamiya as mommy, lol. Crystal says, obey me is peak. And Eglin says, on chapter 2 now, I played up to chapter 16 or so. Just reset the account when I got a new phone, and it's been apparently 3 years. Queen Gator said to Nora, as you can see, we finally got quote 600. Oak says, add quote, your Logan senpai notices you. Nora says, yub. Crystal says, favorite brother so far. Eglin says, Satan currently, though favoritism bounces like crazy. Crystal says, mine is the second born, greedy, cutie, clingy, tsundere, mammon. Eglin says, honestly, between Satan and BL, excuse me. Crystal says, the cat boy, and then says, BL is so cute. And Nora said, Logan, never be a VTuber. Well, we were discussing it last time as a possibility. Let me take a look over at YouTube chat. Opinion. Excuse me. Oh, Bone showed up. Bone, how you doing? Said YouTube chat is lucky and isn't far behind, huh? Maybe I should walk over here. Talk. See? But I love all of you guys. I like the chatting with chat is my favorite part. It's okay that it makes games take a long time. And Oak says, imagine if Logan's name was genuinely Gertrude. Crystal says, MLPLO, Moplam. Crystal says, what? And keyboard slam that. Oh, that was my cat. There we go. Queen said, for a moment there, I thought you were about to yap about My Little Pony or something. Crystal laughing says, my cat walked by while I was holding the phone. Timestamp 1 hour. Okay, so I'm a little over 45 minutes behind. I think I can play a little bit of the game. We'll be back to chat soon. I promise. Okay, so we're done talking to Penny. Let's also save again. Save. And let's examine the body, and then we will talk to Lang. Just in case, because if we get any new evidence from examining the body, I want to run back over and present it to Penny Nichols. What are you doing, Edgeworth? Move. There we go. He wasn't responding for a second. It really is him, huh? Oh, sorry, that was K. It really is him, huh? It certainly appears to be the same man we met only a few days ago. It's an impressive coat, though. I feel like only fancy people get coats that have tails like that. You gotta be like a Seto Kaiba type of character. So this time, the president really did get assassinated. If that is what happened, the assassin certainly chose an attention-grabbing method. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Okay, so once again, with the holes, it's gotta be to distract that one of the holes has something extra. And it's gotta have something with the shape. The fact that like every shape has a little notch at the top, right? Let's take a look at the horn. No, yeah, let's look at the horn first. What's this white thing here? Wait, it's a bone! Does that mean 2 murders? What? Do you think it's from a human? Kay? What part of the human body looks like that? It looks more like a horn than a bone to me. Don't we have a piece of evidence that might tell us whose horn it might be? I don't know, do we? Do we still have, probably the flyer, because then we'll see the horn. Unless we can go back and get the little fluffy plush toy thing. If we look at just the hole by itself. The body is surrounded by pieces of a smashed up concrete. Oh, so was it Kay that said that? I'm sorry. Yes, they look to have been thrown clear when the ground was broken. Pew! Set flying by the mighty impact of a giant creature's foot! Sure, assuming this was the work of a giant creature. Also, I feel like if he was squished by a giant monster, he would be in more bad shape than this. Like, there'd be some more splattage going on here. Monster footprint data jotted down by organizer. The concrete was broken and the earth exposed. But are they really footprints? Just look at the shape. I know a hoof when I see one. We should go check the costume. Is Torosaurus a cloven-hooved fiend? There's only one thing that could possibly be the footprints of an enormous, terrifying beast. And it's not just the one. There are 3 of them. 3 footprints. 3 giant cloven-hooved shaped imprints were found at the scene. But you know that's not possible, don't you? You know that monsters aren't real. Sure, I probably know that somewhere deep down, but it's way more fun to believe they are. Duh. Where's your whimsy, Mr. Edgeworth? Our job is to pursue the truth, Kay, not to believe what feels most fun in the moment. Okay, let's look at the body. No obvious wounds, but he's definitely not breathing. So it really was a monster! Trampled by a giant creature? Impossible. Was he stomped on? President found in a giant footprint. Could a monster have ... question mark? There's something stuck to the front of his clothes there. Are we gonna find out? Is it mustard? Is it pumpkin spice? You know, it should be pumpkin spice because pumpkin's a gourd luck.
Have you watched Monsters Incorporated, Mr. Edgeworth? Kay, probably.
Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth, have you ever watched that wonderful Pixar documentary, Monsters, Inc.? Thank you very much for the 10 bits, I appreciate it. I would love the idea of a character who doesn't know the difference between fictional movies and documentaries. Including animated ones, where there's been like interviews where people have come out and like, you know, said, I played so-and-so. Still got this lingering cough, I'm sorry about that. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, I appreciate it. All right, so what's it gonna be? Mustard? Pumpkin spice? Chat, any last guesses? Oh, we got some more stuff going on over on YouTube. Toshi is here! Toshi says, if you finish this investigation flawlessly, Penny would be so impressed she might date you, chat, is this real? Can we impress Penny that she'll want to date us? You best not be messing with me, Toshi. Toshi said there's hope. Bone says, I was playing Kingdom Hearts 2 for the first time just now and been having a great time. You know what, Kay? Fair enough. I too strive to live in whimsy. Oh, and we have someone new, Gastrode. Welcome, Gastrode. Is this your first time here? I'm not sure if I've seen the username before. If this is your first time here over on YouTube, let me really quickly give you the rundown of the channel. Hi, my name is Logan. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, currently alternating between this game, Ace Attorney Investigations 2 Prosecutor's Gambit, and Metaphor Refantasio, a JRPG from the makers of Persona. However, tomorrow's stream, which would normally be Metaphor, because we alternate, is canceled. I have a work-related commitment tomorrow, so we're not gonna have that one. So yeah, that one's out. But other than that, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. So welcome, Gastrode. And Bone says, man is desperate for a date with Penny. Or just like anybody, really. There's something stuck to the front of his clothes there. Yes, speckles of a yellow substance. I bet it's monster drool. Yeah, that must be it. Please, Kay, can you at least try to be sensible? We'll need forensics to tell us what it might be. All right, that looks to be pretty much everything the body can tell us for now. I'd better note it all down. Crime scene notes data jotted down by organizer. Surrounded by shards of concrete flecks. A concrete flecks of something yellow stuck to clothes. Well, there's a deduce button, so there's probably more to deduct from here. Let's present our new evidence to Penny. Hey, Penny. I want to show you new stuff that's awesome. First of all, here's a flyer you gave us.
Torosaurus is kind of a symbol of nature. That's why he destroys the city. Because nature destroys cities.
That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I don't know, like a force of nature, Godzilla is a metaphor for an atomic bomb.
He can attack with his horns, but that's not the only trick up his sleeve. You probably didn't even notice that he had sleeves, huh? He can bellow out shockwaves, drown people in drool. That's not what the drool looks like over there, by the way. Squirt them with milk. That is what it is. That yellowish orange stuff is his milk. It's turned. He can suffocate them with barbecue smoke, make cute little items out of leather. That's not like a superpower, that's just a hobby of his.
Those don't sound like super tough attacks.
But they'll sure look good. It's our job to make sure of that.
And I hope you succeed for the sake of your entire industry. All right, monster footprints.
Torosaurus really does have hooves that split in two like that.
Okay, so that was what I wanted to verify. So that is the correct shape for Torosaurus. He is cloven-hooved. Please don't tell me you think the president was trampled to death by Torosaurus too.
No, I am a member of the movie crew. Remember? I don't believe he'd ever kill anybody. I believe he's real, but I believe that he is a righteous fellow. No creature inside a movie should ever harm anybody outside of a movie. That's a golden rule of the creature feature community.
Luckily, it's also impossible. I'm glad we came back. She's got lots of fun things to say. Oh, no. We're back to the body, and she can't tell it's body because of her glasses. Okay, so let's talk to Lang, and then we'll deduce stuff about the body. Lang?
So, Mr. Prosecutor, we meet again. Oh, the music's all slow. Why is the music so slow for Lang?
Yes, we saw you at the detention center the other day, too. You had some business to take care of, I take it, Agent Lang.
You could say that. Nothing that need concern you, though. Ha! Yeah, you really have a habit of showing up in the wrong place at the wrong time. You're a bad penny.
What's that? Somebody said my name.
No. It's just like I'm using it metaphoric.
What's wrong with pennies?
It's okay, but your government is gonna stop manufacturing them.
What? They're gonna stop making me.
Anyway, you're a bad omen and a bad smell all rolled into one. Just stay out of my way, okay? I've got a president to avenge. But I guess he can talk to me, maybe present some stuff to me, show me a Yatagarasu badge. That's the pin your assistant always wears, right?
Yup, it represents nature's toughest and fiercest creature, the Yatagarasu. Pretty cool, right?
Toughest and fiercest? Isn't it just a bird? Sorry, but I'm not about to let that pass. You've gotten into my hyperfixation here. Hope you're not doing anything for the next 2 hours. Lang Z says, the wolf outstrips the raven in every respect. That little black bird of yours wouldn't survive even a single swipe of a wolf's claws.
Those are big words, Sir Howls a lot. But you know what us thieves say? Quote, the raven is pretty darned amazing. I can peck you to bits and then fly off before your stupid claw swipe ever gets close.
You think a wolf can't jump? Oh, I'd snap you out of the sky before you could fly away like a coward.
Yeah, I just flap my wings super hard and blast you across the room. I haven't had to endure an argument like this since elementary school. That was worth it. That was worth it. Forged letter.
Why are you shoving this in my face? You gotta be careful I don't bite it.
Perhaps I'd better put it away. That's what he says when he has nothing to say. You wanna bite this building? You wanna bite this building? What about creature feature profile? I should also read some more in the chat. I am still so far behind. Holy crap, we're almost to the 2 hour mark. Oak says, I think YouTube just likes consistency. Like if you post daily, it'll love you, and if you post twice a day, it'll love you, but if you post inconsistently, it'll kill your dog. Nora said, oh, I didn't tell you what happened today. So Z's mom threw out her water gun, but I had mine, so I just chased AJ around the soccer field for like 5 minutes, and my water gun, and then she dumped her Gatorade water bottle down my back, and then, yeah, my back is wet. Me and Z are gonna try again next time. Oh, pin message written by Queen Katie. Pinned by Crystal says, why is Lang beefing with a minor? Because she dared to talk about his special interest. Think about it like that. If you're into something, actually, you know what? There was one time I didn't actually beef with a minor, but I was like so darn close to it. So as, I don't know if you guys have noticed, I like Transformers. It's like my thing, right? I have a lot of Transformers t-shirts. I remember one time, I walked into the theater that I perform with, that I do improv at, and there was this young kid sitting on like a little bench kind of waiting for the show to start. And I had a Transformers t-shirt on. And the kid looks up and is like, oh, or, you know, is that just Transformers? And I go, yeah, I'm a big Transformers fan. And at the time, there was a Transformers, one of the big Transformers movies like was either about to come out or had just come out or something like that. And so there's like some buzz around it. And like, yeah, I'm a big Transformers fan. The kid looks at me and goes like, oh, well, I mean, I bet you are now. And I'm like, oh, kid, no. I have been a fan my whole life. I've been a fan since I was 3 years old. But it just, I did not beef with a small child. Quiggita said, well, I did well, wish you guys chaos. Well, I did wish you guys chaos, and you got chaos. Let's see, gotta scroll. Quiggita said, he's about to see the cameo soon. Get your clippers, hopefully. Crystal said, dinosaurs are real. Vera said, dinosaur bones are a scam, y'all, I'm sorry. Oak says, I'm upset how sleepy I am because it means I might have to miss some of the stream. I do feel like I've lost a little bit of steam. I think that being in that suit for a while kind of sapped some of my energy. It was just so hot. Queen Gator said, don't worry, Oak, if insane things happen, I'll post in spoiler chat. Vera said, lawyers slaying, that's what the poster said. Oak says, Lotto, what the heck are you doing down there? Stop taking pictures of the same thing constantly. There's nothing there. And Nora says,
Please tell me you dragged the kid into the improv or something just as totally not beef.
That's what I should have done. I should have pulled him up on stage for a game, have us all make fun of him, and then just beat the crap out of him. No, you shouldn't beat up kids. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I do appreciate it. But it's just one of those things. It's like, kid, what do you, like, look, I even have one now. It's like, it's an Autobot shirt. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Vero. I appreciate it. Oak says, Maya. Crystal said, Phoenix should have worn the El Tigre outfit /J. No /J, he should have. Quiggita said, little does Phoenix know that the leader of another country is dead on the other side of the fence. If only Maya could channel the dead leader to help Miles. Well, yeah, if Phoenix wandered over, he'd be able to, like, take on this case. And Oak with a clip. Okay, so we're gonna load this up with a clip viewer. Then we'll be right back to the game, so if anyone's lurking or doesn't know the deal, if someone posts a clip into Twitch chat, oh crap! I can't, it's giving me the error. This video download was canceled. Please try again, error number 1000. I'm sorry, it was titled Maya, My Beloved, Welcome Back, so we have an idea of what it was, but I'm sorry. I still don't know how to fix that error. I'm sorry. I don't even know why it happens when it happens. Let's play some game, and I'll be back to the chat in a minute.
So you want to talk about Torosaurus with everything else that's going on?
I'm certainly not saying that the creature could be our culprit, but he's not unrelated to the case. If there's anything you could tell us, I'd be very much obliged.
Ha! Well, President Wang had a Torosaurus toy from way back when.
Again, the plush toy that we saw that was missing the horn that had the recording device hidden inside of it.
I saw it a couple of times over the years. That's why I recognized it.
The stuffed toy? We saw it in the presidential plane too.
If even the leaders of other countries love Torosaurus, he must be famous everywhere. Dogs go bow bow in other languages, right? And cats go meow. And roosters go, Cocorico!
Any of you guys ever watch Arrested Development with all the weird chicken noises?
So what noise would a Torosaurus from another country make?
We don't even know what noise our own Torosaurus makes, do we? Well, I know that Godzilla makes the sound shriek, right? Isn't that what it is, shriek? Somebody Google that. I'm pretty sure it's shriek. All right, what else we got? Monster footprints. Okay, oh, that's the same as if we presented the flyer. Nothing there. Blah, 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 blah. Then we'll show the body, and then we'll actually talk about stuff. Body!
Ah! What are you showing me that for? Oh, curse whoever killed President Wang! I'll find him! You see if I don't.
Forgive me, Agent Lang. I didn't mean to upset you. He seems to find it hard to keep a cool head where the president is concerned. Unsurprisingly, I guess.
Can't help but feel a little sorry for him, huh? Isn't there something we could do?
Oh, I wish Fender was here. He'd offer him a hug. Actually, he would. I don't think Agent Lang has boobs to press against Fender. Yes, listen carefully to what he has to say and try to help solve the president's murder. Okay, so we're done presenting. Now we can actually talk to him. Why are you here, bro? You were already at the scene when we got here. Why? What were you doing in the area?
What am I, a suspect?
You might be. I think he might be the suspect. I think we're gonna have to defend Lang.
Look, I heard a scream and came running, okay? Guess it was our friend from the crew. Came in from that gate over there. Somebody already got rid of the lock for me.
Not completely. I can still see it on the floor over there. Perhaps I should take a closer look. Oh, my memory is going in my not even quite middle-aged age. I should read some more in the chat. I'm already missing you guys. I'm so far behind. Eglin said, I feel like if I got a rock as a gift, I'd paint it with something cool and give it back. Oh, that's like actually adorable. Not to like return the gift, but to add to it. And then you can like both keep adding to it and keep gifting it back and forth. Nora said, happy birthday. Says, I know your dad's name, but I won't dox him. Say to Oak. Magpie says, Magpie is back. Welcome back, Magpie. You missed some interesting stuff, but how you doing, Magpie? Oak said, Logan said, 6'2", that's impressive because he's actually 6'1" and he knows he'll, 62. Sorry, 62, that's impressive because he's actually 61. He knows he'll be murdered by Weedle before his next birthday. Ooh, that doesn't sound very nice. Vera said, the Prez clip is actually a promotion. The movie series Final Destination. You can't escape death at all. Which I went to the theater with friends and watched it. Vera, speaking of which, did you guys hear? There was some news story. I can't remember what country this was in. I don't think it was the United States, but I think it was like somewhere like Brazil or something like that. They were showing a showing. I think this was real. Maybe it was wrong. Maybe you don't believe everything you read on the internet. They were showing a showing of the new Final Destination movie. And I guess like a chunk of the ceiling broke and fell and almost crushed a woman to death. That because she was like leaning off to her side, it didn't like fatally crush her. That's some Final Destination crap going on in Final Destination screening. Crystal says to Oak, laughing, awesome. Vera said, pretty good. Oak said to Nora, my dad's name is Ted. Crystal with an emote. Quigetta said, what was the pronunciation on this again? I know it said over on YouTube. Odile said, Odile is like the mature old lady of the group. She's cool, a bit know-it-all, but I still love her. I couldn't even tell if that was a male or female name. Oak said to Queen Katie, Hilda. Hilda comes back and take off your clothes. Nora said, I know, I just don't know if you wanted me to say his name or not. Oak said, I would say something about my dad's name, but then all of you would begin to make fun of it. Oak says, I have Jiggle Physics IRL, timestamp 123:45. Okay, I'm getting closer. Oak says, you. Queen said, well, Logan, the big eye is not blue. Vera says, yours. Vera says, true. Lurk. Mia needs her walk. Enjoy your lurk. Enjoy your walk. See you when you get back, Vera. Queen said, salute. Have fun, Mia. Oak says, Taurosaurus isn't even that big, like human size. Penny, just like me. I need glasses. Okay, let's play some game.
When I got here, I saw a movie girly running out of the other gate.
Running out of the other gate? Other gate?
I saw a movie girly running out of the other gate.
Oh, the one on the bottom that we entered through. In other words, he arrived right around the same time as we did. So that should give Penny an alibi in his mind, right? Because like they were both convening. So you had business here at the big building?
Something like that. A date with destiny, let's call it.
Was he gonna have to appear before the committee for prosecutorial excellence? Because he's from a different country. Oh, maybe he was gonna meet with Franziska, talk about the Interpol case. He was similarly enigmatic when we saw him at the detention center.
Let me guess, you're a huge creature feature fan, so you came to see them filming the Taurosaurus movie? Creature features? What do you think I am, a nerd?
Not the type of person who thinks a creature might have done this, I hope. President Wang! I'm sorry about the president. You have my deepest condolences.
Thanks. He was a great man. Zhang Fa will be lost without him.
Oh yeah, because he said that the crisis was averted. So what's the crisis? Is his vice president someone awful or something? You and he were close, correct? How close? Do I need to start writing /fix? Oh, is that like his dad or something? He's got similar hair as Lang.
It all started when he hired my father.
It is his father.
It all started when he hired my father. That was our big break. Our family kept him safe. That was our most important duty.
So sad I can't even find humor in the word duty anymore. And our most sacred. He gave my father medal after medal. They had to come up with new ones just for him. In the end, there were no medals left to give, so he made us the keepers of his last will and testament. So is he like president for life? Did they not have term limits? Those medals, that duty? Okay, that time it was funny, duty. They're our greatest pride, our family jewels. This is family jewels, that means you're nuts. Never thought we'd be unsealing that will so soon. Oh, is it like a physical will that he guards? Okay. Wow, it sounds like your family and the president were super close. But wait, when that whole thing happened back at the lake, you weren't with the president then, right? I was actually in the presidential suite, laying on his bed, nude, with the blanket tucked up just over my nips. Look, a lot happened, okay? This was all 12 years ago, or more. It might not be related to Rosie Ringer, but it probably is, because it's 12 years ago. My father and the president being friends, our family being the ones who kept him safe. He just changed one day. It was like he became a different person. Tubbier, as if he was holding in his gut and only pretending to have muscles. Now he doesn't trust the police one bit. Or he didn't. He is dead. I wonder what happened 12 years ago. But regardless of what happened, I still respected him. Zangfa may not be a big country, or even a big good country, but he held that place together. Darn it! What was his security detail thinking? I imagine you've already contacted the embassy. Of course I have, and the government, and my family. They'll be going crazy right now thinking about what needs to happen with that will. And things will be getting crazy here soon too. Those bodyguards will be all over the place. I hope we meet more bodyguards and they all have chess names. I hope there's a lot of them that are pawns. Hope we see a bishop and a queen. If you're not a fan of trouble, I'd leave before they get here. Look, Mr. Prosecutor, these days I'm a one-man outfit, a lone wolf. They won't be letting me lead this investigation. But I've still got fangs, and I can still bite back. I'll find whoever did this, and I won't let you or anybody else get in my way. Growling, sad music, walking away now because I'm sure you have to deduce things and like put puzzle pieces together in your brain. Let me save the game before we do any of that stuff though. Let's see. Magpie says, as someone whose eyesight is terrible, the glasses situation is real. I have dark glasses and used to have black nightstand. More than once I'd have to ask someone else to look for my glasses because I couldn't tell if they were on my nightstand or had fallen to the floor. I guess I should consider myself lucky. I do find glasses like a cute, endearing feature on people like on Penny, but I realize they do have a practical purpose as well. But I've got better than perfect. I got 2010 vision. Magpie says, Penny was always one of my favorites as a kid too. She reminded me a lot of myself, I think. Maybe I should have played these games when I was a kid. I don't know, I never did. Crystal says, it was a great decision. I think you look good in suits, Logan. Maybe I should just get like an industrial air conditioner in here and wear suits all the time. Magpie says, only if Logan's shirtless stream/silly. Oak says, include the poll an option for take the blazer off only. Maybe I should have put the blazer on over just the t-shirt. Eglin said, I'd play more Tokyo Debunker, but also the first episode had 50 parts and I just ugh. Crystal with a smiley face. Castle says, I have no opinion. He looks fine either way. Nora says, I knew it was Oak. Oak said, I would have done more. It was only a matter of time. Garlic says, quote, you nicknamed my daughter after the Loch Ness Monster? What's that from? What is that from? That sounds like such a familiar quote. Eglin says, gotta play the saxophone music. Castle said, burnt out Spider-Man art created in Discord. Now back to Shutter's action work. Oh, it's like what we were talking about is gonna be about Edgeworth? Hang on, I gotta take a look and see if that's what it is. Hold on, I don't have Discord open on my desktop here. I gotta see if that's what it is. Oh, it is! It's like what we were talking about. I I gotta show you guys this. Okay, so this is Castle that created this, with the caption says, a quick trace background from, that has a link to the comic cover. Can't be bothered to make this high quality. You guys gotta see, this is fantastic. Hang on, let me get this here so you'll be able to. So look at that, it says Prosecutor no more. There's Edgeworth there, he's walking away. You can even see like his little badge on the ground next to the trash can. And he's got the coat and the frilly. That is amazing! I need to like post this on Twitter. Also, I gotta check out this channel in general. There's a lot of artwork I've been missing out on. Oh, this is really cool. Ray had done one of Rei Ayanami from Evangelion as Doc Ock. There's a lot of pictures of Trucy. Oh, look at this, some more VTuber No Gal artwork. This is Nora doing this. This is so cool. You guys gotta check this out. It's more of from the April Fool's stream. Don't trust him. We're there, and then dark mode Logan lurking in the background. I gotta go through and look at all this stuff. This is like fantastic. That is like so cool. Thank you, all of you. I need to spend more time. I spend most of my time in the Transformers chat channel these days.
Why are all three staring at us?
Oh, they are. They're like, we're waiting for you, Logan. You gotta play some game. Let me read just a couple of comments in the chat. I'm sorry, Penny, Kay, Miles. I have friends I want to chat with. I gotta have a sip of water, hang on. Let me take a look over at YouTube. Opinion says, glad to see the president's death doesn't stop these guys. Stop these guys' furry roleplay. We got another new person. Thanatos. Oh, I like that name. It's like Thanatos, but with toast, and it has a little profile picture of Igus as a toaster. Said, I found the stream randomly, and I was gonna just watch a little, but this is so entertaining, keyboard. Oh, thank you! If you're a fan of Persona 3, you should check out the shorts. We've actually been posting a lot of old Persona 3 Reload shorts. We played it last year, and so I usually have like a buffer when I play things before I post shorts to avoid spoilers in the comments. But welcome, Thanatos! Great username, by the way. Since you're new here, let me give you the rundown and everything. I hope you're still lurking. Maybe you left. I don't know how long ago you posted that. Hopefully you saw the pin message that it sometimes takes me a while to see comments. But quick rundown of the channel. I'm Logan. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Right now we're alternating between this game, which you can see in Ace Attorney Investigations 2 Prosecutor's Gambit. We're in the final case. We just started it tonight. We're also playing Metaphor Refantasio is the other game. We're also in kind of like toward the end-ish of that game as well. However, tomorrow's stream is canceled because I have a work-related commitment. So no stream tomorrow, no Metaphor stream tomorrow. But other than that, schedule will be the same. So Sunday will be Ace Attorney, Tuesday will be Metaphor, alternating back and forth. So welcome. Toshi says, he was a great man. His muscles were totally real. Oh, totally. I do wish that, like, if you just sucked in your gut enough, not that I even have, like, a gut, so to speak, but because I've been, like, sick twice in the last couple of months, I've been missing out on going to the gym so much. I can feel my body getting, like, weaker and losing weight. Man, I wish you could just, like, suck in and not just look like you're sucking in your gut, but actually, like, redirect the air to muscles. That'd be awesome. Thanatos says, wait, really? I'm gonna watch it? Oh, please do, yes! We're still going through and posting all of them. If you want the more up-to-date ones, are on TikTok. TikTok is ahead by, like, I don't know, 3 months or something like that from YouTube. But yeah, lots of Persona 3 Reload shorts. Some are better than others. I think they're all funny, though. But please do. I hope you enjoy them. Crystal posted a link tree that has links for the Discord, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all the stuff. Feel free to make use of that org in order as you see fit. Crystal said, toasted Igus. Love it. And yes, Logan has been posting P3R shorts here in YouTube. Yeah, right now, that, and I think we were just wrapping up the Dual Destinies one. I'm going to start posting Spirited Justice shorts. Or maybe I just started. I can't remember. Thanatos said, Toaster Igus is best Igus. I loved it. In fact, when we were posting our schedule each week, we always have an image for whatever game we're playing, and somebody showed the Igus toaster image, and after that we started using that for our image. It's great. I don't know if that makes sense the way I described it, but I approve of the image. And Crystal says, Igus toast, 10 out of 10. All right. Oh crap, I see, I think we're losing lurkers on Twitch because I've been over on YouTube too much. Let me read a couple comments on YouTube. Or excuse me, on Twitch now. Crystal says, I think Oak wants shirtless Logan. Well, Oak's not gonna get shirtless Logan. For one thing, Oak is underage. And for another thing, if somebody wants shirtless Logan, then they ought to at least buy me dinner first. Queen Katie said, anyway, BRB, I'm about to make a bad decision. Muddy Buddies, Chex Mix, and milk, even though I'm sick with a bad stomach. Honestly, that doesn't sound very bad, except for the being sick part. Magpie said to Queen Katie, seems like they missed prime opportunity to call her Hyo-chan. Oh, instead of Nessie, Gordy, there we go, Gordy, for Hyo-chan. Eglin said, honestly, Logan, you should wear dress shirts more often. This actually looks good, really. Okay, chat, real talk. All joking aside. Do you think I could pull a girl if I started wearing like dress shirts like that? Should I jacket on, jacket off? Like, let me know. Magpie says, agreed. Dress shirt looks very good. Maybe I should buy more than those few I have. Crystal says, agreed. Oak says, is it hot in here or is that just the fire behind Torosaurus? Nora says, yep. Oak says, help me, I'm so sleepy. Nora said, that's the same exact article. Yeah. Awesome. I'm glad they reused it. Let's play some game, and then we'll be back to the chat. We are, by the way, 10 minutes away from the 2.5 hour mark. So now's a good time to start keeping an eye out for raid suggestions for later on Twitch. Once we reach the 3 hour mark, then we have a sip of water. We'll get back in the game. Okay, so what's next? Let's put some puzzle pieces together in our brain. Let's review what puzzle pieces we got. President found in a giant footprint. Could a monster have ... Side gate chain cut. Chain holding the side gate closed was cut. Did the killer do it? Used on the front gate. Only the cast and crew know the combination. Was fine yesterday. Did something heavy bump into it? And 3 giant cloven hoof-shaped imprints were found at the scene. I'm not seeing any obvious connections that need to be made. We can kind of say that maybe this means that someone from the cast and crew came in and then cut the chain. The stomped on could go for 3 footprints, but also could go for dented fence because that's right next to it, and just say that no, he was crushed by something that also dented the fence. Actually, let's look at the body because we might be able to deduce something here first. I must scour the scene and inspect every nook and cranny. But let's save before we do, because I don't think that we lose hit points for this, but I just want to save scum. Okay, so there was something that Edgeworth said that we could, I think it was with the horn, that we could deduce. So it was probably going to be the picture of Torosaurus to show that it had a horn. So we want to deduce. Could this be related to the evidence somehow? Oh, this does take away hit points. Okay, let's try it. Let's try it. Creature feature flyer. Eureka! This could be one of Torosaurus's horns, couldn't it? You're right, it totally could. Maybe it's part of a prop from the movie. If it is, it must be from something pretty big, judging by the size. What's it doing on the ground here? We should ask one of the crew. Maybe they'll know. Okay, so we gotta go and ask. That'll probably unlock a new conversation topic for Penny. Hey, Penny. Penny, I'm back, baby. Ah, there we go, broken horn. This horn, do you recognize it?
Huh? Oh, that's part of one of Torosaurus's horns. It's from a model we use for promotional stuff. Where did you find it?
On the ground near the side entrance.
That's weird. We keep a replica of Torosaurus's head up on the roof of the trailer over there.
Yeah, we saw that when we also saw that man and Maya. And it's quite large, I assume?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, not as big as the real thing, obviously, but it's still pretty big. It's just up here. See it?
Are we gonna see? Oh, there's Maya. You can still see her. You can still see her over there. There's the half of Maya. She's been bisected. She's been split in half.
Right there.
That really is big. Broken horn found fallen next to the body. The head's usually kept up on the roof of the trailer, and that's where it was supposed to be yesterday as well. Bloop. Okay, so that's everything we can talk to her about. Let's, once again, we're gonna keep safe scumming, and let's try and put some more puzzle pieces together in our brain. Now that we got 6 of them, because that's all that I think that is left in the investigation, right? Okay, puzzle pieces. So maybe the dented fence was fine yesterday, something heavy bumped into it, found fallen next to the body. The head's usually kept up on the roof of the trailer, and that's where it was supposed to be yesterday as well. So maybe these two could be that the dented fence was from the head? Let's try putting those two together and see if that'll work. Oh! Both the dent in the fence and the broken horn weren't there yesterday, according to our witness, which leads me to wonder. Wait, you think that giant Torosaurus head could have? I do. I think it could well have rolled off the trailer roof and landed in the lot below. Torosaurus head. The giant head might have fallen from the production trailer's roof. It seems more than possible, and it also means... let's say before we do this, I assume it's going to be could he have been squished? And we'll say instead of stepped on, that he was squished by that giant head, right? I don't know. I'll read a couple more comments in the chat while we're doing this. Magpie says, we may not have one for lakes, but many rivers are named Avon. Oh, really? Said because the word for river in Celtic languages and an embarrassing number of deserts are named desert as their respective languages. Sahara, Gobi. Is that what Sahara and Gobi mean? They just mean desert? So it's like the desert. It's like that bit from Spider-Verse about, was it chai tea? It's like, that's kind of like tea. Oak said, I am too sleepy. I think I must go to bed. Good night, everyone. Love y'all. I will watch the VOD tomorrow. Good night, Oak. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Sleep well. Have a good rest of your night. Quicket said, back with a bad decision. Food. Magpie says, Moozilla. Firefox laughing. I like that. Quicket with a timestamp. 1:46:00. I'm 40 minutes behind. Bone says, but then again, maybe not. ... We'll see. Well, welcome back to Twitch. Garlic said, hey, I'm trying to join Logan's Discord. Has anybody got the link? And there's Vera with the link. Said, here, I return. Unlurk, thank you for the unlurk. Vera said, what did I miss? Quicket said, not much. I shared Gordy name fact and Crystal pinned it. That's how far back we are. Vera says, nice. Quicket said, why is Lang beefing with a minor? Crystal says, I miss Simon Blackwell. Vera says, because she rage bait him. Nora said, you like Transformers? Crystal says, no way. Nora said, yeah, beat him up. Magpie says, I've never heard it anglicized like that, but Shriek is a very good description for the noise Godzilla makes now that you mention it. Isn't that how it's spelled, like Shriek? Did anybody else Google this? Over on YouTube, Thanatos says, I'm gonna spend the whole weekend catching up. I love P3R and investigations too, awesome. All the VODs are on YouTube. There should be a full playlist for them. As you can tell from this, the VODs are very much like stop and talk to chat for like 10 or 20 minutes and then back to the game. So I don't know if you'll enjoy watching that if you're not part of the conversation, but they're all there and there's lots of shorts. So I hope you enjoy them, Thanatos. If you go very far back, I think there's even some Ace Attorney Investigations 1 clips from like 2022. But that was back before I had a good microphone, so warning, the production quality on those shorts is not very good. But I hope you enjoy them. Eglin said, I'm doing the jobs in Obey Me, and what do you mean? Solomon, of all people, is fit to work in Heck's kitchen. Have you seen the man cook? Queekata said, oh, wait, are you talking to Solomon, like King Solomon? Is that who you're talking about, Eglin? Queekata said, my dad and my similar-aged cousin have this cute tradition to keep passing the same little pink camera over each birthday and Christmas to each other. Oh, that is adorable. It's like what Eglin was talking about with The Rock. Vera said, that sounds horrible. Logan knows what slash fics are, laughing. Why would I not know? Come on. I don't read them, but I know what they are. Nor does Duty Command, said Family Jewels. Marina reference. Quickita said, Logan, I'm shocked you didn't think about how a Torosaurus movie was also like 12 years ago. Well, I'm slowly figuring out, the problem is figuring out how it relates to Rosie Ringer and her dead lover that was apparently killed by Excelsius. Crystal says to Eglin, Solomon, cook? Okay, who died eating this dish? Crystal says Twilight. Eglin said, apparently anyone at Heck's kitchen. Vera said that. So cool. Magpie says, that was from April Fools. That feels so much more recent than that. That was like less than 2 months ago, though. That wasn't that long ago. Although it's weird for me to think that it's already the end of May. It's almost June now. Nor the smile. Crystal says, rip the demons. Why is the trio staring at me like I did a murder? Queen Gator the hydrate. Oh, the end of chat is in sight. I can see the end of chat. I'm almost caught up on Twitch chat. Which means I can probably ease up the slow mode that we have on Twitch chat. It's right now 30 seconds. We'll move that to like 10 seconds. There we are. All right, I feel a bit better now. Let's, did I save? I can't remember if I saved or not. Let's try saving again and put together more puzzle pieces in our brain. Over on YouTube, Crystal says P3R VODs and then a link and then a message redacted. What did you say, Crystal? What did you say? All right, puzzle pieces. So was he stomped on? So yeah, probably gonna be the Torosaurus head, and was he stomped on? Connect those together. Oh. There's no sign of a murder weapon anywhere. Oh yeah, there isn't. Now, this is still only a possibility, but if the Torosaurus head somehow fell from the roof up there, I feel like, again, that falling, that would There'd be splatting. There would be like injuries. He has no visible injuries. You'd see blood somewhere, right? Yeah, that could kill somebody for sure. I gotta pay attention. If we see Penny from the other angle, is her ponytail gonna be on the other side? Or is it gonna be like Kay's bandages from the last case and they'll just keep mirroring each other? Ms. Nichols, would you mind if we took a look up on the roof of the trailer?
You want to go up there? Sure, I don't see why not.
Hey, she moved!
Knock yourselves out. Oh, but don't do that literally. The steps can be kind of slippy.
All right, I'm done here. Even put on my X-shaped sunglasses again. I've found out what I needed to know for now.
And what might that be, I wonder? What? Oh, it's the cowhorn kid. I still want him to end up being the son of either Carmelo Gusto or Artie Frost, but he looks too young. Oh, maybe he could be like a grandkid? Because if the kids were like 10 or 12, like ish, around that time, and then grew up 18 years later, they could have a kid. So maybe he's like Carmelo Gusto's grandson? Artie Frost's grandson? One of them?
Oh, look, he walks tough. You see the way he's like that? I'm a kid with an attitude. I beef with minors. You should have seen me with this girl earlier. I will punch you, kid. Move, old man.
I think we decided he's got to have a southern accent, but he's not going to be as like horse-like as Bronco Knight.
What'd you say to me? You need to learn some manners, kid.
Crap, the kid's going to beat up Lang, isn't he?
Go.
He's going to grow up big and strong. He's going to grow up big. He's drinking his milk.
No, you need to learn when you're in the way. Quit whining and get out of here.
That's right, I drink milk straight from the carton. I don't pour it in no glass. I'm disrespectful of other people and their beverage story norms.
What the?
I'm sorry about him, Sean! Apologize to the nice man.
Okay, so his name is Sean. And a lot of hearts taking pictures of him. And oh, and look, there's animation on Lang. He's angry. His chest is heaving. Who all was it that's lusting after him? Is Tiff still here to see his heaving chest? Okay, so Sean. So he's got to have a last name. Sean Gusto? Sean Frost? Sean. I guess once we see the full name, we'll be able to try and figure out what his name bun is. Sean. It's giving me flashbacks to Fallout 4. Sean! I need to find Sean!
Yeah.
Come on, Sean. You know you can't speak to people like that.
Don't give me question marks. Give me Sean.
Whatever. Who the heck was he?
A policeman, that's who. Why would you antagonize him like that?
Arr.
Yeah, I thought there was gonna be trouble for a second there. I was ready to throw hands with that 10-year-old. I don't think I've ever seen anybody stand up to Agent Lang like that.
Oh, let me introduce you all.
Okay, we're gonna get a full name here.
Everybody, this is Sean Fenn.
Instead of Sean Penn, is Sean Fenn? Is that what we're doing? Is that it? Sean Fenn instead of Sean Penn, so he's like an actor sounding name. It's gotta be something better. Like, why Sean Penn of all people? Okay, so what else? We gotta have some pun with like a cow. Sean Fenn. What does that have to do with cows? Fenn. Oh, and speaking of which, we got a name fact appearing here from Queen Katie. Pin message, pinned by Vera, written by Queen Katie, says, his English surname seems to come from the word fen, a type of wetland. This is roughly analogous to Aizawa, his Japanese surname, which literally translates as fellow swamp. His full name may be a reference to Sean Penn, an actor-director whose starring roles include the 2008 biopic Milk. Okay, there's which Sean is often seen holding it. But isn't Milk, that's like a documentary about Harvey Milk, right? I guess literal milk, okay. His Japanese name is Shimon Aizawa. Shimon can mean fingerprints, inquiry, examination, or tutelage, depending on the kanji used. Aizawa literally translates as fellow swamp. Okay, so fingerprints, inquiry, examination, tutelage. His English name in the fan translation is John Marsh, with Marsh possibly being a reference to his Japanese surname. Alternatively, it could be a reference to John Marston, the main character of the video game Red Dead Redemption. Marston is a cowboy, while Shimon Aizawa / John Marsh is a cow space boy. Oh, look, he even has like a cow charm on his backpack. I like that. I didn't know that was the name of the Red Dead Redemption protagonist. I played a tiny bit of Red Dead Redemption 2. I tried the tutorial, but it was like 45 minutes in. I'm like, this is going to be a long game, and I haven't picked it back up since. So, because Red Dead Redemption 2, it's Arthur Morgan, right? So John Marsh or Sean Fenn. I think if the Swamp Thing becomes important, I feel like John Marsh is going to be better. And it sounds like a real name, but Sean Fenn, I'm just going to look at that. It's like, you're not Sean Penn. I got to give the point so far on this one to the fan translation.
Everybody, this is Sean Fenn. He's the star of the movie we're making. Because he's a cowboy, we're making a movie. Ah.
I love you, Penny. I love you, Penny. The star? This little boy? Hi there, I'm Kay Faraday. It's great to meet you.
Sean, this is Miles Edgeworth. He's a prosecutor.
Oh, we still haven't told Penny that we quit our job.
The prosecutor?
That's right, and a pretty famous one at that.
Well, if he's a prosecutor, where's his badge?
Well, he doesn't normally wear it anyway. Ah! He certainly doesn't pull any punches.
Hey, you know what? Move it. I want to see a dead body. You know how long I've wanted to see a dead body?
Oh, you might not want to get too close, Sean.
She's right. It's no sight for a child. But he's involved in all this nonetheless. I'll need to speak with him. Looking at the okay, can we go upstairs? I can't run up the stairs. Oh, but Penny Nichols said they'd be so slippy. Okay, let's save. And then I guess continue on. This is a very long investigation. I feel like we're making some progress, but that might also just be my imagination. See, Crystal says to Eglin, rip the demons. Oh, I read that. Castle says, to be honest, you could probably pull a girl regardless of what you wear. For example, maybe don't wear this suit to the swimming pool. I honestly, okay, all joking aside about me being like lonely and single and stuff like that, I have had girlfriends before. I do know how to talk to girls. My main thing is I just don't know how to meet them anymore. I don't know how to like where to go or how to talk to people. Crystal says, yeah, Sahara Desert is quite literally desert. I didn't know this. Nora said, time for me to roll out too, so tired. Oh, okay, good night, Nora. Thank you so much for being here. I'm glad you're having fun with your friends. Hope to see you next time. Vera said, roll out, laughing, can confirm. Quick get with the timestamp, 2:28:28. See, I'm only 10 minutes behind. Let's take a look over at YouTube. Let's see. Oh, Crystal says AI 2 VODs. It says I actually put the wrong link for the AI 2 VODs. Oh, that's why it was message retracted. Thank you very much, Crystal, for posting those links for Thanatoast. That's still fun to say, Thanatoast. Thanatoast says, Sean's theme is so good. Sir Bacon says, Sean, I seen the plants short and I'm super offended. Oh, what? Just because I said the plants don't have emotions? But welcome, Sir Bacon, says Cowman. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. Edgeworth can't climb upstairs. He has no education how to climb stairs. But okay, here's the thing, you guys, and we have talked about this before. This is important. This child cannot be allowed up on the roof. Okay, because since he's a cow boy, we have discussed this before. Cows can climb upstairs, but cows are physically incapable of climbing downstairs. That's why, as I've said it before, it's like a classic prank that you put the cow up on the roof of a building if they don't have an elevator, because then they can't go down the stairs, and then they have to hire a helicopter to come and take the cow away. It's actually a really mean prank, but people do that in movies or something like that. So I assume the same is for him, that he cannot walk downstairs. If we ever see him walking downstairs, then those horns on his head are a lie. He's more boy than cow. Don't you think so, Penny? Oh, you're still checked off. Why, you still checked off, Penny? Let's go upstairs first. Actually, would you mind coming up there with us?
Oh, sure, after you.
Oh, a romantic rooftop date with Penny Nichols?
Funny enough, speaking of the Sahara Desert, its name for the natives living there translates to the Great Desert. In size, I never figured out why it's just the Sahara Desert in English.
So the Great Desert, I don't know, like naming stuff is weird sometimes. Actually, I was going to go on a whole tangent with that, but I should probably be more productive right at the moment. But that's interesting. I do like learning about the origins for names and things like that. I did not know any of this stuff about the Sahara Desert. So thank you for the 10 bits. The Great Desert. And we got another pin message. This is written by Queen Katie, pinned by Vera, said, by the way, Logan, now that you know about Sean officially, remember how in case 3, he was in the ice room talking about Judy Bound? Yeah, because we saw him. He was there. The Ron Delight and his wife were there as well. He's talking as a fellow actor in the business. He was wondering why the famous actress Judy Bound retired. Oh, that's neat. Yeah, because she was on TV. I forgot that was her thing. I keep forgetting that she was like a TV personality, not just a cook. I like that. Also, hang on. Thank you very much for the pin message. Hang on. Look at those eyes on Taurus. So Taurosaurus is giving us the bedroom eyes. I'm sorry, Taurosaurus. My heart belongs to Penny Nichols here. Wait, crap. Unless he's looking at her. He, she, whatever. No, Penny Nichols is mine, Taurosaurus. So this is the mighty Taurosaurus. He looks different from before. Those are very beckoning eyes. Here, he's way cooler on the flyer. What's with the weird nose ring on the model? Oh, that is different. There's a nose ring. Maybe this is the domesticated Taurosaurus. Or maybe this is Taurosaurus's girlfriend or something.
Oh, I forgot. You two aren't Taurosaurus fans. This is the original Taurosaurus design from 12 years back.
Oh, okay. So just got a redesign. Oh, another pin message. This is written by Eglin, pinned by Vero, said, I believe Torpenhow Hill is just hill, when fully translated down like Torpenhow is like hill. You know what that reminds me of? I think I saw one thing that was explaining the word for bear comes from Bruin, right? Have you ever heard like sports teams called the Bruin? It's just another word for bear. And what it means is brown. Just because like a bear is brown, like most of them are, not all of them, but bears like and so I guess when they were naming them, it's like there's this big creature, it's just a big brown thing. So it's a brown, that's a brown. And so a brown bear is just a brown. And a grizzly bear, grizzly just means like terrifying, scary. It's a scary brown. And a black bear is a black brown. So apparently there you go. That's everything you need to know about bears. All right.
This is the original Taurosaurus design from 12 years back.
So what's the one on the flyer?
That's the all-new Taurosaurus. They gave him a makeover specifically for the movie. He looks much more contemporary now, don't you think?
A makeover? He's totally different.
Not totally. But I mean, I feel like the horns are maybe a bit too big. What's the type of bull? There's a type of bull I've seen before. I saw it at a petting zoo. I think it was like a Brazilian bull or something like that, where the horns are just massive like that. It looks weird.
This one's, it's just a cow.
Well, he is just a cow. Or at least, he was originally based on a cow. He's a monstrosity.
I love you, Penny. I love you so much. Kiss me.
A monstrosity?
Yeah, well, I mean, you say monstrosity. Don't say moon stopstrosity, because then you think you're talking about the moon. You gotta have the delivery on the puns. The cow, man's best friend, not the dog. Because if you're truly a best friend, you're willing to eat your friend. Reimagined as a terrifying monster. It totally makes you think about our whole relationship with nature, right? That was the original concept.
I think the concept might be a little lost on me.
Me too, I'm afraid. I must scour the scene and inspect every nook and cranny. What's this thing here?
There's a heater here. Do you think it's to keep the crew warm or something?
I would imagine so. It's spring now, but the evenings can still be pretty chilly. It really gets in your bones.
Ah, come on, Mr. Edgeworth. You can't start talking like an old fogey.
How old is Edgeworth in this game? He's got to be just like late 20s, right? He can't be old yet. Yard, you look like one. Oh, burn. Poor guy. You have to talk young and bright and happy. I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna teach you all the memes. Okay, Mr. Edgeworth. Here's how this goes. I'm gonna teach you to like talk like you're a meme so you can seem young and appealing to a younger audience. I'm gonna go, Edgeworth Sod, and you go, hi, and then I go, Narigaski, and then you go, Chocolate Minto. Can we do that? Can we practice this, Mr. Edgeworth? You may not have noticed, Kay, but that's not exactly my style. We do the tarp. Can we do this toolbox? No. So we have broken stuff. That'll be important. Can we look at the light? Yeah, I think I could probably throw that little baby over my shoulder and carry it out of here. You're not thinking of stealing it, are you, Kay? No, I was thinking I could just carry it around with me and never give it back. Then every time you shout objection, I could light you up with it and make you look super cool. Oh, that's actually nice that she's thinking of us. Yeah, I can picture it now. You look amazing. Well, do I get the job? When do I start? Hopefully never. Okay, so this is burn. These are obviously the legs of this table. There's also scorched marks over here. Let's look at what these things are. Maybe they're like flammable fluids? These look like cans of paint thinner. I guess they were being used by the prop department. Paint thinner's flammable, right? I think. Let me read a couple more comments in the chat, though. I don't want to get further behind. I'm glad that I almost caught up to Twitch. But I gotta stay caught-ish up. Let's see. Veer says, it's him, my son. Quickity says, our boy. Oh, so you guys are a fan of Sean Fenn? That's not good. That's not a good name, Sean Fenn. John Marsh. It should be like Johnny Marsh. Wait, I thought Eustace was y'all's son. You gotta pick your child. Veer said, I love his theme so much. It was my top 10 Spotify tracks, I'm pretty sure. Garlic says, wait, it's Sean. I love Sean. Veer says, yeah. There was Queen Katie's name facts. Veer says, whoops. Queen Katie said, oh, okay, I believe this is the last name fact for this part of the case. Unsure, lol. Let me take a look over at YouTube. Crap, where did I leave off? I gotta scroll up a little bit. I gotta scroll up. Sir Bacon says, I have emotions and I'm a plant. I know, but you're like a Plants vs. Zombies type of a plant. Crystal says, but you a special plant. Sir Bacon says, I'm talking about Edgeworth, not Sean. Crystal says, regular plants don't have emotions. Sir Bacon says they do. Logan, every time you say something out of context, I will do this. Oh, it's you can't see it, but it's a little like this face and then a camera. Thanatos says, I don't know why, but when I played the fan translation, I thought John Marsh was a reference to Jake Marshall. Maybe because both are cowboys. I needed to Google who Jake Marshall is. I don't think I have enough cowboy knowledge. Jake Marshall. Oh, no, I remember him. He was from the Rise from the Ashes case. He was the cowboy who was like in the security room. Okay, that Jake Marshall. I'm sorry, but it's been like 3 years. 3.5 years? About at least 3 years since I played that game. So I couldn't remember his name. I'm sorry. Jake Marshall. There we go. Maybe that's why they didn't want to name him like John Marsh. Because that is similar to Jake Marshall, because he's a marshal. That is good though. Sir Bacon says, I pet a sheep. Oh brother, this guy stinks. What the heck? Yeah. Toshi says Edgeworth is 26. See, that's not that old. Well, then again, it depends on who you ask. Remember our good friend Jorge? One time a kid told him that 20 was old. Sir Bacon said someone broke into the studio and broke the horn and fell onto the guy. I don't know why people like John or Sean. Logan, wear a cowboy hat next stream. I'll give you $20. How will you give it to me? Because I got a cowboy hat in the other room. It's like just out there. I literally have one. I could put it on, but I need to know how you will get me those $20 you've promised. These look like cans of paint thinner. I guess they were being used by the prop department. Look at the ground around them, Mr. Edgeworth. It's all burned. Indeed, as is the blue sheet underneath and the nearby newspaper and the outside of the cans. Wait, do you think the Torosaurus head could breathe fire? I mean, it's probably designed to look like it can, at least. Nah, this old guy doesn't look like the fire-breathing type. That's not even possible, let alone likely. Still, the fire was started somehow. I mean, it could breathe fire, like it's a prop. You can have it rigged to spew fire. Okay, so we got the head, we got the broken horn, that might be part of the same thing. We got the table legs, let's look at the head. Let's look at those come hither eyes, the seductive glance it's giving us.
The model was made for promotional events, stuff like that. So people would remember the old Torosaurus and realize this was a reboot.
Is that how it works? You show the old thing and then people know it's not the same? Yeah, he does look different. People might not get it otherwise. And just as we thought, his horn is broken. So the model really is what killed the president. I think it's a distinct possibility, but there's one thing I don't quite understand. What's that? Ms. Nichols, hey, Edgeworth remembers her name even though it just calls her assistant. The model looks very heavy. How would you move it around?
Oh, it comes apart. If you know the trick, it's not so hard.
So I wonder if the horn coming off will be related to how the horn was taken off on the plush toy as well for the recording device.
But I guess if you didn't, you might struggle to figure it out.
If you happened not to be a member of the cast or crew, for example, once it's in pieces, could one person move it? He should also ask her, can you at least tell me, like, how? Did you, like, horns off, nose off, like, get the order? It might be important.
Oh yeah, even I could. Maybe not very fast, but I could.
Torosaurus head data jotted down in my organizer. Modeled on the first generation Torosaurus design. Seems like it fell from the roof of the on-set production trailer last night. I'm sure I remember that face from somewhere. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. I know this cow. Intimately. Funny, I was just thinking the same thing. Oh, from the plush toy. We know it from the president's plane, of course. And it even has the nose ring. I wonder if that'll be an important distinction later. And from the auction. So, President Wang's plushie was a soft toy version of... Sorry, I still got that lingering cough. Was a soft toy version of the original Torosaurus. I should have a sip of water and read some more chat. Also, we're less than 10 minutes away from the 3-hour mark. I hope somebody's posted some raid suggestions, but if not, last call for raid suggestions. Let me read some chat. Queen Katie said, by the way, Logan. Oh, that was pinned earlier. Castle says, same. Anyways, the suit looks good, but I don't think that's the blocker here. I know. The two blockers are I can't meet girls, and if I do meet girls, they're having to meet me. That's unfortunate. Eglin said, we're learning. Crystal says, yes. Old English Tor for Welsh pen, and the Danish how all means hill. Therefore, hill, 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 hill. Interesting. So Tor pen how. That's awesome. Magpie says, while talking about bears, I'm a big fan of how Arctic refers to Arctos, meaning bear. So the Arctic Circle is the bear's circle, and the Antarctic Circle is the no bear circle. So now you know how to remember which has bears in it. Here's how I remember which has bears in it. The South Pole has penguins. You know that because they'll sometimes migrate to the southern tip of South America. And the North Pole's got polar bears. One has one and the other has the other. And you will never see polar bears hanging out with penguins. For one thing, they would eat them. But yes, Arctic because, I'm trying to remember, what are the names of the two bears from Ursa Major and Ursa Minor? I used to know this. Oh, well, I'll get back to that later. Crystal says, just like how non-bread is just bread. Eglin said, and chai tea is just tea. Castle says, Mississippi anglicized after the, I hope I'm saying this right, Ojibwe word for great river. Oh, Mississippi River, great river. Things tend to get forgotten in translation. Crystal says, also, Mekong River is river. Nora said, oh, Nora's back, y'all. I just realized I fell also still here. For real by the time. Well, welcome back. And then Nora says, oh my gosh, Logan, I love you for that oak would kill you, but I love you scream for what? What'd I do? Crystal says, oh shoot, raid suggestions. Thank you, Crystal, in advance. Over on YouTube, Sir Bacon says, I don't know yet. And then I gotta go. Good night, thank you so much for being here, Sir Bacon. Thank you for hanging out. I also need to figure out how to do raids on YouTube. I actually don't know how to, and we've got like the same number of viewers on YouTube as we have over here on Twitch right now. Toshi says, if Edgy is a true Steel Samurai fan, he should know the name of the director's assistant. That's what I was saying before. He should have like been nerding out about that. Thanatos says, it's funny that the president had a plushie without a horn, and now he's dead in the same set with a Torosaurus and a broken horn. I know, it was foreshadowing. It was nice. I kind of like that. All right, let's play a little bit more, and then I'll read some more in the chat here. And hopefully Crystal is getting some raid suggestions. Can this really be just a coincidence? Torosaurus plushie data jotted out by organizer belonged to President Wang. It can record and play back sound. So the question is whether that was just foreshadowing or if this was done this way, like the horn was broken off to send a message that the killer knew about the recording device in the stuffed toy. All right, so that's so we still got to do the table and the broken legs, right? It's a wooden table, sadly collapsed. Parts of it are badly scorched.
That's weird. Well, the head should be on that table.
Oh, maybe that's how it fell. Maybe it was like a time-lapse type of a thing. Not time-lapse, that's not the right word. Time release? Where whoever it was that wanted the head to fall didn't want to be up there when it happened. So like set the legs on fire so then it would collapse and it would fall and then just came up here later, put out the fire and put the table over there. But the legs are broken. Guess Torosaurus isn't going back on there now. The scorch marks look particularly bad with the legs snapped off. I think there may have been a fire up here. Do you think that's what happened to the legs? Yes, and when the fire had burned through the legs, the table would have collapsed and the head would have fallen down onto the ground below. You're right, the fire caused the head to fall. Indeed, and I also happen to have an idea about how the fire may have started. As long as when the head hit him, the president's cloak didn't flap over and then drape itself on him, like in a certain game in this series. Those cans of paint thinner by the heater are pretty flammable. Not a great place to keep them. Okay, we're not gonna say this was an accident though, right?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I'll make sure somebody moves them. But the stove didn't get used yesterday. Not while I was here anyway.
Okay, so maybe it was just used as a convenient way to start the fire intentionally? Which makes the question of what could have started the fire all the more interesting. Is that everything? I think we've clicked everything. Okay, I guess that's everything. So now we gotta go talk to Sean. Hi, Sean. Chat seems to be entertained by you. It was Sean, wasn't it? Do you mind if I ask you some questions? Well, do you mind if I catch up all the way on chat? Because we're less than 2 minutes away from the 3-hour mark. Queen Katie said, nah, I love Eustace and Sean equally. However, there is one man that I love above all. Simeon Heart Saint. And Vera says, Jake Marshall from AA15. Yes, I'd forgotten his name. I do remember him now. Like, as soon as I Googled him and he showed up, I was like, oh yeah, that guy. That guy. Also, my notes are all weird here. I gotta copy these raid suggestions over because Crystal with some raid suggestions. Thank you very much, Crystal. We will be making use of these in just a few moments here. Castle says, no penny to move the model. Edgeworth grabs the top and Kay grabs the bottom. Then you walk it home. /JK. I mean, you JK that. But, I mean, I feel like it'd probably work. Kay has got some good ideas. But once again, you can't take cows downstairs. So I think it probably has to be disassembled, taken down to the bottom, reassembled, and then Edgeworth and Kay can carry it like that. Eglin says, I love the little high fives after completing a level in Obey Me Heart. I have never heard of this game. What type of game is this that you guys are talking about? It sounds like it's got demons in it. Quiggity said, my dad just cut his hair. He did it shorter than usual, so now he looks like he's about to enroll in the military. I can't look at him, it's so ugly. It's always so weird when parents do that. Like when I was a kid, in my very earliest memories, my dad always had a beard. And then when he shaved his beard for the first time, it was so weird to me. And then like after that, the next time he grew his beard out, it was weird to me. And then when he shaved it again, it was weird to me. Like changes like that are crazy. Vera says, every time my uncle does this, I imagine him as an egg and laugh. Part of me wonders if I ever should grow out a beard. Probably not. I don't think I'd look very good with a beard. It's too, like, it's Irish. The Irish blood in me is not beard growing blood. It's not good. It's like inconsistent in its thickness and color. Crystal with some more raid suggestions. I'll copy those down. Thank you very much, Crystal, because we just passed the 3-hour mark. Crystal says, Oak will kill you for singing the Nanigaski song trend. She hates it. Oh, that's why. Although I was kind of making fun of the trend, really. And Queen Katie with the timestamp, 2:59:59. That was less than a minute ago. So there, 3 hours, 25 seconds. I caught up to chat for the first time of the night on Twitch. Anyway, so let me turn off slow mode. Since we're done with that, let me take a glance over at YouTube. I think I'm still caught up on YouTube. Thanatos says, the person who likes Simeon has really good taste. He's like my second favorite character in this game. You hear that, Queen Katie? Thanatos approves. I like the fact that he was ratatouilleed by a monkey. And Crystal over on YouTube says, meow. Thanatos says, I love the whole three wise monkeys thing. Well, yeah, because I'm still trying to figure out like who the third one was, because like, I don't know, you had Canis, or however you say it, and he was blind. I don't know, I feel like there was a little more they could have done with that though. Eglin said, it's called Obey Me, Shall We Date? It's a dating sim about a human in a demon school via an exchange program. I have never heard of that. Is it a mobile game? Is it on Steam? Quigita said, thank you for the very moving stream. Yes, because we are past the 3-hour mark. I need to give anyone, if there's anyone lurking, I gotta give you guys the rundown on everything here. So first of all, our schedule, which should still be updated properly in the update command, or the schedule command. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, currently alternating between this game, Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Gambit, and Metaphor Refantasio. However, tomorrow's stream, which Friday, is canceled. I have a work-related commitment, so that's not going to be going on. So that means that the next stream is going to be Sunday. We're going to be picking up from where we're leaving off here tonight with Ace Attorney Investigations. Metaphor's next stream will then be on Tuesday, so make sure that you check that out. It should be fun stuff. All right, so of these raid suggestions, a couple of them are offline. One is followers only. A couple of them have a large number of viewers, so we're going to pick the one that has the fewest number of viewers and is not followers only, which looks like is playing Disney Dreamlight Valley. I have no idea what that is. I assume it's Disney related by the title, otherwise the devs are getting sued. But before we do that, by the way, unless Crystal might have already done this, I'm going to copy over this link tree to post this on YouTube for any lurkers that might be there, because we've actually got quite a few lurkers there at the moment. This link tree has a Discord invite link. We have a small Discord community, but it's got lots of fun people, and we always post schedules on Monday. We have updates there. But you know, Discord isn't for everybody, so no pressure if you don't want to join it. But it's got Discord invite link, my TikTok, my Twitch, my YouTube, my Twitter. I need to figure out how to be better about Twitter, but all those things. So feel free to go and check those out as you see fit. And yeah, we'll go ahead and start up the raid on Twitch. And once again, I need to figure out how to do raids over on YouTube. We've actually got like more lurkers on YouTube at the moment than we have over on Twitch. So I'm sorry if you're lurking. I'm sorry I can't send you somewhere on a raid. I could, let me check to see. Maybe I can find like a big, if I go to YouTube, I can check like a big VTuber who's got something. None of the ones I follow are live right now. Well, darn it. But thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you. Let me read a couple more comments in the chat though, because people are already still writing stuff here. Eglin said, it's a mobile game. There's also an animated series, I'm pretty sure. Really? I've never heard of this. Quigita said, see y'all next time for even more moving times, because we're skipping royal times. Next time, Lal. Vera said, thank you for the very awesome Sean, OST. Yeah, we're ending with it tonight. And there's a raid message. You got to make sure to copy that down on my clipboard as well. There we go. Castle says, at some point, I got to recommend the stream with the highest view count for funsies. We probably won't do that raid, but you might as well. Thank you, Toilet Duck. I will save because I'm a good trained Pavlovian dog. And it's probably good to make sure I don't forget that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Garlic said, thank you for the very Penny Nichols stream. Oh, she was wonderful. Crystal said, I suggest Dark Better V2 of doing a YouTube raid. Okay, how do I do it? What do I type into YouTube? How do I do that? And then Crystal says, lol. I might spend some time just like looking at YouTube after this with those viewers trying to figure out how to do a YouTube raid. We shall see that. But the raid's about to start here. Thank you very much for the, oh crap, I gotta copy this over here. There we go. Thank you for the. Okay, enjoy the raid. The raid's about to start. Okay, the raid already started on Twitch. I love and appreciate you all. You're already gone. I was trying to copy down the YouTube username. Ha! I'm 4 years into streaming and I'm still so bad at this. So hey, over on YouTube, Crystal, do you know how to do this raid thing? Crap, and then I didn't. Now I no longer have my raid message copied over, so I got to type that in here to Twitch because I'm now over in that raid. Let's see. Opinion says, have a good night, everyone. Thanatos said my favorite character is probably unpopular, unfortunately. I'd still love to know. Oh, because it was Simeon. Yeah, let's see. Crystal saying meow. Crystal says Simeon is so handsome. So, how do I do? I'm going to try this. I'm going to try and type in a raid on YouTube, and let's see if this happens. I'm going to just try /raid, and then the name, and see if that does it. That did nothing. That did nothing. What if I type this? Yeah, I don't know how to do it. I'm sorry, I don't know how to do raids on YouTube. But thank you for those watching the VOD and for those still on YouTube. Good night as well.